off on when the spinners were operating from the opposition. Now that was a good move because he still had those big hitters down the bottom that loved the pace. So that was one of the better moves that he's had. But Peshawar against Vince, are they prepared to bowl Dawson because he's not very good against left arm spin?
All right, and with that, we're going to go into a break. But when we come back, on the other side of the break, we'll be talking to the big man himself, Kieron Pollard. Don't go away. Keep watching the HBL PSL 2019 Season 4. Welcome back from the break. You're watching the HBL PSL 2019 Season 4. This is the Super Sunday, the big fun day. We've got a double-header coming out your way. First up is going to be Multan taking on Peshawar Zalmi. In the back, you can see Kieron Pollard, the big man who's been hitting sixes, found his touch, is ready to go. And now is the time that we'll take you to Alan Wilkins, who's got Kieron Pollard with him.
450 games of T20 cricket and still counting. I haven't done the maths, how much that is in terms of days, weeks, months or years. But Kieron Pollard, you've played a lot of cricket and you're still going. What keeps you ticking?
Obviously, God's gift. I've given that opportunity, to play sports and, play cricket and have the opportunity to be strong and hit sixes. So, I just try to go out, each and every time and, try to exploit, what has given to me. Yes, I've played for different franchises. I've played over 100 international one-day games, as well. And it's just about winning, I think competing in sports is about competing and competing to win. And every day is a different challenge. Every situation is a different situation. And as an individual, you always look at improvements. And for me, it's always trying to improve and trying to better the situation, especially when you don't get over the line like we did the other night.
Yeah, I was going to mention that because you came out and you blasted sixes everywhere. In fact, one of them is still there. Can you see the U in stadium? That's you.
Yeah. I realize, obviously, last couple of games as well, I didn't get much time in the middle. I didn't spend much time, I got out, pretty early. And it was a situation where the run rate was already 11-12. And, sometimes you have to capitalize on certain bowlers at certain times. And, from the time I left the dressing room, I told the captain, it's either it's going to be a quick one or it's going to be quick and short. So, I came with that sort of intent, and, it shows that sometimes when you come with intent, things tend to happen sometimes more often than not. But if it didn't happen and, you got out pretty early, obviously you guys would have had a field day with us in the commentary box. But having said that, that's part and parcel of T20 cricket. Sometimes you take your chances when it comes and, you have to back yourself and be brave.
Listen, we want to see more of you. you're a global figure, Kyron. For young players coming into the game, watching you, because you're a hero for them, what advice would you give youngsters watching you play and watching cricket these days?
The basic still applies. Once you decide that, you want to have cricket as a profession or sports in general as a profession, you got to be disciplined towards it. You have to dedicate, more time, to that in order to try to better your skills. So, that's something you got to do as a youngster. You got to be disciplined and you got to be focused. There are a lot of peripheral things that's going to come into the way. Now in the age of social media and, a lot of people having different opinions is something mentally now you have to deal with, to keep on your path, because you can easily be sidetracked in different ways. So, my simple advice to them is to always be disciplined, be focused on what you need to do. And obviously, once you step onto that field, in whichever sport and discipline, be it cricket or whatever, you give it 100% and you play to win, at all times.
And maybe just leave your mark on the stadium, is it?
Yeah, every stadium we go to, try to leave your mark.
Good stuff, Kyron. Thanks.
Well, he's definitely left a mark on the game itself. He's represented 14 franchises other than West Indies and Trinidad and Tobago. That's amazing. Those numbers are unbelievable, more than 8,000 runs. He must be traveling all the time.
Well, he travels well.
Yeah.
He's well sought after a player in the world. He's got all the talent in the world. The only thing missing is wins. How many wins his franchises get under the belt. If he improves upon that, let me tell you, he could be a great asset.
Absolutely. And with that, it's time for another break right here on the HBL PSL 2019. When we get back, we're going to go on the other side to Sharjah for the weather, pitch report, and the toss. See you on the other side. Welcome back from the break. It's the HBL PSL 2019. Time to go to Sharjah, where Danny Morrison has got hand sanitizer, a coin, and 2 captains. Over to you, Daniel. Toss brought to you by Allied Bank. Aapke dil mein hamara account.
Here we go. This is match 14 of the HBL PSL for 2019. And let's get straight into the cleanser because we've got young Kasim alongside us. And Kasim, what have you got for us?
I would say good luck to both the captains. Captains will sanitize their hands with cool hand sanitizer before the toss.
Well done, young man. And, of course, Roshan Mahanama from Sri Lanka is our match referee. Shoaib Malik for the Sultans. And big Darren Sammy for the Peshawar Zalmi. And if you lost that coin already, you can't keep it. You know, it's for the toss only, Big D. Heads is the call. It's a roller. It's way over there. Look out, Texaco. What do we got? Tails. It's tails. So Darren wins it. What are you going to do, Big D?
We're going to bowl first.
Making of the surface, this is probably the slicker pitch, isn't it? You like to bowl first always?
Yeah, looking at the combination of our team, you know, if we could restrict them, we back ourselves to chase it down. But the pitch looks like a very good one. I think the same pitch we played on, these guys got 200 and couldn't defend. So hopefully we could restrict them for way less than that and come back and chase it in the end.
And for you guys, yeah, as Darren said, you got 200 on it. This is the better surface. You couldn't defend it. Have you changed your side at all, Show?
Yes, we have 3 changes in our side, and Darren said they'll stick us way below that. So do you have any figure in your mind? Well, yes, we have 3 changes in our side. Russell had to travel back for his national duties, and if we look at our combination, look at the conditions, then we brought back Chris Green. Charles is back for Laurie, and Lala, he's fit now, so he was having a problem with his knee, but he's feeling better, and we're playing him today.
Oh, nice one. You're always looking fit. What about you? You've always had knee issues. I hate a bad knee. But your side, have you tweaked it at all?
No, we're playing the same team.
And what about your knee? You haven't tweaked that?
No, I'm hoping that I don't tweak it at all. But
good luck! Come on! Good to see you, gentlemen. Rip it up. Alrighty, news from the centre is Big Darren Sammy of the Zalmi won the toss, and no surprise, bowling.
Toss brought to you by Allied Bank. Aapke dil mein hamara account. Thank you, Daniel. Love the shades. And Russell is gone. You must be a little heartbroken, Hoggy.
Look, he's got national duty, and hopefully when he goes back to national duty, he picks up his pace with the ball. Look, we know what a competitor he can be. We know that he can bowl 140s plus. We know that he can hit the ball out of the stadium, but so far early on in this tournament, he just hasn't produced. He hasn't shown that he's fully fit. So I'm a little bit worried for the West Indies when he goes over there. So hopefully he can pick it up.
Yep, Afridi is back. Is that going to add to the firepower of the Multan Sultans?
I'll answer you. I have to add to Russell Arnold's.
Andre Russell.
Andre Russell. See,
Yeah.
he has to improve upon his languid demeanor. Maybe that's what is hampering. He has to change his attitude. Okay, coming to your question. There was a stat pack where we discussed how Multan Sultan spinners are struggling. So it's a good move to have Green and Shahid Afridi playing together. And we might see bowling them in tandem. And if they could complement, they'll bring a lot on the table. Yes, it's a different pitch. It's not sluggish, but it should be a good matchup. Good changes, I think.
Yeah, it should definitely be a good matchup. It's time to go back to Sharjah, where Aaron Holland has got the weather and Graham Smith has the pitch report. Pitch and weather report brought to you by Head & Shoulders, up to 100% dandruff-free.
The HBL PSL is truly underway as we get ready for match 14. We have Peshawar Zalmi versus the Multan Sultans. Now, both teams are coming off a loss in the tournament, so they're going to be very much hoping to get that winning feeling back as they take on each other today. Now, as you can see, I'm a little squinty because it is very hot here at Sharjah Stadium. It's 28 degrees, but it will be dropping down to 19 later on today. Will that affect the wicket? Let's find out from our pitch doctor, Graham Smith.
Yeah, thanks, Erin. I'm very happy because we've got some sunshine here in Sharjah. It's our last day in Sharjah in this year's PSL, and we're back on the belting wicket, the wicket that we've seen the most exciting games. We've seen some wonderful stroke play, so I'm very excited and looking forward to the day ahead. It's hard, it's shiny, it's a wicket that I would come out of retirement for. So I'm looking forward to wonderful cricket and rounding off the Sharjah leg of this year's PSL. I think that from a tactic perspective, I think you're going to see bowlers that bowl aggressively be successful, and I think we're going to see a lot of runs tonight. So let's round off this leg in a wonderful way.
Pitch and weather report brought to you by Head and Shoulders, up to 100% dandruff-free. Well, that's the pitch they used day before yesterday, and expect a lot of runs on that one. And with that, we're going to take a break. But when we come back, we're going to take a look at both the teams on the other side of this break. Welcome back from the break. HBL PSL 2019. Time to take a look at the teams. And here we go. What do we have first? The first team coming up is Multan Sultans. Hoggy, take us through.
Well, Charles comes in for Evans. I don't really like that. I think Evans has done a wonderful job. He's just been run out by the captain or himself twice. And I just like that stability in the middle order. They've got big hitting down the end with Afridi coming in. Afridi comes in for Khan. He's recovered from that knee injury. And Green in for Russell. Now, this is a big play. Green, very effective with the off spin, but on this type of wicket in the power play, I think Zalmi might take him on.
All right.
But he can be a big hitter down the lower order as well.
Now, let's talk about the Yellow Storm. Zalmi, that remain unchanged. Amir, why don't you take us through this team now?
Well, we don't have to talk much about their bowling attack. It's well-rounded. They're responding very well. They're leading the way. I think their middle order, they really have to come to the party. And also, Kamran Akmal has been awfully quiet in this HPL PSL. He has to make his presence felt. And let me tell you, once he starts to make his presence felt, this team will be a very dangerous one and a well-rounded one, and it'll be very hard work for the other teams to beat them.
And with Iman Al-Haq going well out the other end, opening batting, Kamran Akmal can take his time and just find his feet in this tournament rather than being aggressive from the start. Just spend a bit of time in the middle while the other openers
and
going
this is
strong.
a good pitch.
Yeah, it is a good pitch. And right now in Sharjah, we've got Rambo, who's got Shahid Afridi with him. Let's listen in.
शाहिद अफरीदी के साथ गुफ्तगू सुनी। शायद आपको पता है कि मुल्तान सुल्तान की सुल्तानियत जो है वो आप पे डिपेंडेंट है।
वेल रमीज भाई, आई थिंक ओवरऑल अगर जितने भी टीमों को देखा जाए सारी काफ़ी बैलेंस टीमें हैं। किसी भी टीम को आप अंडर एस्टिमेट कर नहीं सकते इस कंपटीशन में। और दूसरा ये कि रमीज भाई, इस कंपटीशन में असल चीज़ है वो ये है कि जो टीम सबसे कम गलतियां करेगी वो टीम जीतेगी। मेरे ख्याल में हम गलतियां ज़्यादा कर रहे हैं जिसकी वजह से सिर्फ हम एक ही मैच जीते हैं। तो ऑब्वियसली हमारी टीम बहुत ज़बरदस्त है, बहुत अच्छी परफॉर्मेंस रही है लास्ट मैच में भी, लेकिन मैं समझता हूँ कि बॉलर्स की तरफ से वो एफर्ट नहीं रही जो कि होनी चाहिए। टीम को जीत चाहिए और जीत एक टीम को यूनाइट भी कर देती है और आगे हेल्प भी करती है परफॉर्मेंस में।
शायद ये जो प्रेशर है सुपर स्टारडम का, ये प्लस है इस स्टेज पे आपके साथ या माइनस में जा रहे हैं क्योंकि बॉडी थोड़ी सी उसमें उखाड़ पिछाड़ हो रहा है?
वेल रमीज भाई, जहाँ तक बॉडी का ताल्लुक है, आखिर लास्ट बीपीएल खेला बड़ा ज़बरदस्त रहा ओवरऑल, लेकिन यहाँ पे आके थोड़ी सी ग्राउंड चेंज है, यहाँ पे रेत ज़्यादा है तो थोड़ा सा बॉडी में जान लगती है। हर चीज़ का अपना एक टाइम भी होता है, लेकिन अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह बहुत बेहतर फील कर रहा हूँ। एक लास्ट रेस्ट किया है मैच का, इसलिए कि थोड़ा सा हल्का सा फील हो रहा था। मैंने कहा टूर्नामेंट काफ़ी बाकी के ज़्यादा ना हो जाए, और काफ़ी अरसे से पाकिस्तान में क्रिकेट मिस कर रहा हूँ, तो हमारे एक आधा मैच भी लाहौर में तो वो मिस नहीं करना चाहता।
बिल्कुल ठीक बात है। आपकी इकोनॉमी बॉलिंग की अभी भी शानदार है, शायद
चल रही है रमीज भाई, चला रहे हैं अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह। कोशिश वही रहती है बॉलिंग के अंदर कि लास्ट मैच मैं ये समझता हूँ अगर मैं होता तो थोड़ा सा फर्क पड़ जाना था बॉलिंग के हवाले से, और कोई बैटिंग तो वही वंस इन ए ब्लू मून वाली बात है, तो बैटिंग में थोड़ा बॉलिंग मेरा मेन हथियार है, और मुझे पता है कि मेरी बॉलिंग काफ़ी हेल्प करती है टीम को।
ऑलराउंड स्ट्रेंथ है आपकी टीम में, अगर आप देखें ऑलराउंडर्स हैं, आप है, आंड्रे रसल है, शुएब मलिक है, इस टीम को इससे बेहतर परफॉर्मेंस की जरूरत है और करनी चाहिए, खासतौर पे बल्ले के साथ।
बिल्कुल करनी चाहिए। ओवरऑल अगर आप देखें रमीज भाई, 8 नंबर तक सिर्फ जेन्युइन बैट्समैन हैं हमारे पास। ऑलराउंडर इतने ऑलराउंडर नहीं होंगे किसी के पास जो हमारी टीम में है। बात वही परफॉर्मेंस की है, इंडिविजुअल परफॉर्मेंसेज हो रही है, लेकिन एज ए टीम परफॉर्मेंस होनी चाहिए।
आज के क्या इरादे हैं ये पिच के हिसाब से ऑपोजिशन को देखते हुए क्या समझ रहे हैं, कितने चांसेस हैं?
टीम लास्ट हम भी हारे हैं, लास्ट ये लोग भी हारे हैं, दोनों टीमें बड़ी ज़बरदस्त हैं, दोनों टीमें मैचेस जीतना चाह रही हैं, और मैं समझता हूं कि एफर्ट और वो जो पहले मैं शुरू में बात की थी, जो टीम गलती कम करेगी वो जीतेगी।
आपका बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया एंड ऑल द बेस्ट शाहिद।
Shahid Afridi there. Interesting, he says, batting the once in a blue moon wali baat hai. Takes a big man to admit or actually laugh about himself, but that's really interesting. And the team that makes least amount of mistakes is going to go all the way through. That's what Shahid Afridi had to say that. And with that, we're going to take a break on HBL PSL 2019 Season 4. When we come back, closer to the action. Welcome back from the break. HBL PSL 2019 Season 4. And if you want to join the action, watch the action, here is the list of all our broadcasting partners, Jio Super and PTV Sports in Pakistan. And then we've got Willow TV in North America. We've got Hum Masala in Europe and the United Kingdom, ARY Digital in the Middle East, and Etisalat Live TV in the United Arab Emirates, cricketgateway.pk, cricketgateway.com. We've got TapMad and we've got Goonj.pk on the digital formats, and 106.2 the FM radio station for the running commentary to be heard live. Let's take a look at this time at the Spirit of Cricket Awards. Let's see how that is looking right now. And as you see there, oh well, so Qalandars have lost their top spot over there. Islamabad have come on top. Lahore is now at number 2. I think that has something to do with Haris Rauf. And Quetta, wow, they were already at the bottom of this list, but their average score just keeps going down and down and down. I wonder what's happening over there. Okay, that's interesting. And with that, we're going to take another break. When we come back, my experts are waiting impatiently to put in a word about the predictions. Welcome back from the break. It's HBL PSL 2019 Season 4, Sharjah. Sunday, fun day, doubleheader. Let's take a look at the first game. Multan taking on the Zalmi. Let's see how these teams have been head-to-head, and there you have it. Multans have defeated Zalmi twice. So 0 for Zalmi, 2 for Multan. And with that, we are now going to go to the Expert Predictions Corner. Expert Predictions brought to you by Tapal Tea. तुम, मैं और एक कप चाय. All right, expert predictions. Let's start off with Amit. You are predicting.
Well, it's time for Zalmi to set the record right. They haven't won against Multan Sultans. And before I predict who's going to win, who's my favorite, that spirit of the game you showed, and you were wondering about Quetta Gladiators. Let me tell you, nicety gets you somewhere, but not everywhere. Okay? So, okay, my prediction, I'm going to go with Zalmi. The reason why I'm saying that, because Multan Sultan, in every game, they are making so many changes, and it becomes very difficult for the team to gel in.
Zalmi, and Hoggy for you.
Peshawar Zalmi for me as well. I think it's going to be 1-2 between these two after the contest. Simply, they've got a better lineup in the bowling department. They've got better matchups. I think they'll win.
Awesome. And that was our expert predictions. Expert predictions brought to you by Tapal Tea. Tum, main aur ek cup chai. So the experts have predicted, and it's time to go to action. Sunday fun day, back into Sharjah. We'll go into a break and then to the action. See you on the other side.
Hello and welcome to Sharjah Cricket Stadium for this contest between Multan Sultans and Peshawar Zalmi. It's a lovely cricket arena, a lot of history as we have a look at both sides. Multan Sultans making 3 changes. Irfan Khan is not playing. Andre Russell has gone back for West Indies duties, and Laurie Evans has been dropped as well. Shahid Afridi is in, Johnson Charles is in, and Chris Green is in as well. Peshawar Zalmi remain unchanged from the last encounter. Got Graham Smith here with me. Smithy, it's getting just a little bit warm, but we can expect a lot of fireworks.
Yeah, I'm loving it, Rambo. A bit of sunshine. First proper day of sunshine that we've had for a while. Nice and warm, and stage is set for hopefully good cricket. We're back on the pitch where we saw some exciting stroke play. Ball seems to come on a little bit better. Seen some aggressive fast bowling. The two teams that need a win. So an important contest for Multan and the Zalmis.
You were out there assessing the pitch. Your initial thoughts look pretty solid.
Yeah, I said it's a pitch I'd come out of retirement for. You feel like you can handle what you need to on a surface like this. We saw James Vince the other night was superb. He was able to play his strokes all around the ground. I expect to see more of that on this pitch. The bowlers have been successful, have had the extra pace, they've run in, they've hit the deck hard, they've used the short ball well, and they've been stump to stump. So really Vince will have his toughest challenge of the tournament today up against Hassan Ali and Wahab Riaz.
Probably one of the very few pitches where you don't have to go and do gardening. Nothing comes off, it is concrete, rock solid. James Vince has been rock solid at the top of the order. Has hit the ball cleanly, beautifully. Umar Sadiq, the left-hander, had a good partnership with Vince in the last game. Got a 50. Hassan Ali has been in terrific bowling form, wicket-taking form. He does the job for Zalmi so well, maintains pressure, gives them the luxury of attacking the opposition with the new ball.
Yeah, he certainly does make his captain's life a lot easier with the way that he sets the tone. And they'll be hoping for early wickets today. There we go. Not long now until we start the doubleheader in Sharjah, the last one of this leg of this year's PSL, HBL PSL. Ready to go.
Nice and straight. And off the mark straight away. Such a glossy surface that at times the ball skids off it. So you got to be a little careful and a little quicker with your feet movement.
Yeah, the new ball in particular just rushes onto you a little bit. Square bat shots are tough. And even from where we're standing, there's such a remarked difference between the pitch we're playing on today and the one we saw last night and yesterday. A lot shinier, firmer. And I was watching players stand at no spikes go into the surface. Almost like a piece of concrete.
Oh, what a start! Incredible ball. Vince had been batting so well in this year's HBL PSL and stunned clearly by that vicious ball that came back and struck the stumps out.
Well, Hassan Ali does it again. That angle back, the length is outstanding. Vince tends to hang a little bit on that back foot, and it's just that extra rush off the surface beating him for pace. Hassan Ali is having a wonderful tournament. And today he knocks over the big player, James Vince. One ball for him, 1 for 1.
Johnson Charles has just marked his guard. Hassan Ali has picked up a wicket in the first over for the 3rd time in this year's HBL PSL. Off the mark, a little leg-sideish on this occasion. But what a ball to bowl. First up, no looseness, hitting the deck, hitting the stumps hard.
Yeah, we spoke about it, that it'll rush off the surface of the newer ball. Hassan Ali is so accurate. He's generally been stump to stump and used his short ball as the variation. And there we go. Love it. Trademark celebration. Hassan Ali. Here we go again.
That's playing away from the front pad and the bat coming down a little late at an angle. The ball sneaking through between bat and pad and castled him. But it was accurate, it was pacey, that ball, and came back strongly from off to hit the middle stump. On the bounce to the keeper, that's well handled by Kamran Akmal.
That was great work from Kamran Akmal. Reflexes to his right, goalkeeper-like. It's not easy, Sadiq, those square bat shots in particular. As you look at Johnson Charles' 20-over career. 137 matches already, striking at 124. Averaging 23. There we go, good sight. Sun is out in Sharjah.
Yeah, once again, hurries him. Excellent start. It's 2 for 1. Samin Gul is the bowler.
Yeah, he's been a nice foil for Hassan Ali. He's been accurate as well. It's been noticeable the lines and the lengths that Zalmi have bowled. Clear plans, very stump to stump. 11 matches, averaging under 30. Economy rate 7, just below 7.5. Best of 3 for 29. And you back up a really good over from Hassan Ali here.
Once again, it's a leg side flick. And a couple of runs for Johnson Charles. My experience of playing here in Sharjah on a pitch like this is, initially, it took a little bit of time adjusting to the gloss and sheen. And then once you settled in, then it became easy to bat on. But the first 3 or 4 overs, just a little bit uncertain and anxious what could happen. It appeared as if you're seeing 2 balls instead of 1. Oh, gone, caught behind. I heard something, nothing. I think probably the toe, hitting the toe of the bat.
A little bit of swing. And he went after it, Johnson Charles. I also heard something, Rambo. But Kamran wobbled it anyway. Yeah, I think you were right. The edge was found and it was dropped by Kamran Akmal. Pretty simple catch to the right.
And no need to read the symbols. It was straightforward, simple. Edge, yes. I thought I heard something.
It's symbols instead of keeping gloves on. Edged again. That's 4.
Yeah, it's been given as a wide down the leg side. The ball is shaping around, hooping around. This one was was on the leg stump and a toughie for the keeper. Kamran Akmal initially went with both hands. The ball got away from his reach.
Not a good few minutes for Kamran Akmal. Needs to get those feet moving and the hands and eye coordination back in control, because it's two costly misses. There we go, that's better. Feel good to have the ball in the hands.
I think the principles remain the same whether you're keeping or fielding or batting for that matter. Keep your eye on the ball, simple.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, just looked a bit sluggish in his feet movement, and probably didn't help him in terms of getting into good positions to take those catches. They're nice and light on your feet. He's probably not ever been the best keeper, maybe more of an all-round type cricketer has been his strength. His batting probably gets him into the team ahead of his keeping.
Yeah. Well, that is correct. Most runs in HBL PSL with the bat, that is.
Oh, Rambo, you're nice and fresh today. It's good to see. Third double header in a row. Getting back to your point on the pitch, Ramiz, it is unusual to see such a shiny surface. When you're out there, the sun is shining today, you find yourself squinting. And I think that's what you're referring to, just trying to settle on this type of looking, the way the wicket looks. It's unusual.
It's like playing on a mirror. Ten for one. Most wickets, Hassan Ali has got 24. That is in power play. Overs 1 to 6 has been the dominating force. Attacks, picks up wickets. Mohammad Irfan in next. Mohammad Sami, Sohail Khan, Mohammad Nawaz, the left-arm spinner.
Change of angle for Hassan Ali to the left-hander now. Around the wicket. He likes to target the stumps, and particularly here at Sharjah. Not a lot of swing for him, so using the angles of over and around. Charles, 3 of 7. Feel like something's going to happen, yeah. The heave-ho leg side, inside edge.
Yeah, wanted it to happen. Big miscue. Again, the ball hurrying on to the batsman. Here they go. Head and shoulders move for $1 million. Easy as that. I don't know whether in T20 cricket, Smithy, you can mark a bowler and be just a little bit careful and defensive. Does the format allow you to do that?
I think it's the nature of the pitch that also plays a role in that. You know, sometimes there's a bowler that will just be excellent, and it might be worth just going run a ball, waiting for the bad ball.
That's a smash for 4. In his arc, in his range, and it travelled. First boundary of the day.
You just got the feeling that the pressure was going to break in this over for Johnson Charles, and he's had another heave home. Really, that's just a stand and deliver slog style. He's got enough bat in it. See a change in field now. Strengthening the leg side of the Zalmis. Mid-wicket goes out, third man comes up. We haven't seen the short ball as of yet from Hassan Ali. Could this be the time?
Tries the slow ball. He's playing. Shahid Afridi's back. How they needed him in the last game. His 2 or 3 overs with the ball could have made the difference. Tight game. Qalandars versus Multan Sultans. What a contest it was. Drive. Babriaz has a shy at the stumps. Single after 3 overs. It's 1 down for 18. Multan Sultan's 20-over career. James Vince has got plenty of matches and plenty of runs. They needed him at the top of the order to fire again today. He's undone by a beautiful ball that came back and castled him. Umar Sadiq, Johnson Charles. They've got a good all-round strength. I mean, look at the middle order. Shoaib Malik, Dan Christian, then Shahid Afridi, Chris Green, the off-spinner Hamad Azam can bat as well. But as is the case normally in T20 cricket, it's the setup, it's the platform that is so critical for you to succeed with the bat. Wahab is running in.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of games won with sort of the top engine room, 1, 2, 3, maybe 4. Someone getting their team off to a good start, in particular the power play, line in to get to totals that are defendable. And last night Ronke was magnificent up front. And probably the main reason Islamabad cruised that chase. Multan have struggled a little bit. The Vince has had one outstanding innings. Just consistency from the top order is key. That's off the pads. That'll be leg byes, and 4 of them. Multan. Oh, he's giving it runs. Did it catch the glove? So Johnson Charles moves to 13 now.
Two for so far. That last ball was bowled at 146.1 kph. Still, Wahab is pretty slippery.
Johnson Charles is just really looking for that back of the length and the short pitch delivery. He's not looking to lunge onto that front foot. So he's waiting for that leg side stroke. Maybe he can afford to be a touch fuller, even though Zalmis are now strengthening mid-wicket area. Third man up.
Hesitation, direct hit. They needed that direct hit.
Well, the Qalandars have passed on the bug. Early start for some Tapal tea, but warm for tea today, maybe, Remba?
Yeah, well, I'm a tea drinker, Smithy, so it's fine. And it's air-conditioned here, so I can have my cuppa, but yeah, you're right. Outdoors is a bit challenging.
It was frustrating watching the Qalandars yesterday. I must have had 10 run-out opportunities, missed the stumps. Whoopsie.
how this city has changed in the last 10 years. It's amazing. There used to be desert and loads of it around the stadium. Not anymore. Keeping things in control, Zalmi, after a goodish start here. 24 for 1 in 3.5 is not bad going at all. They've got good opening ball bowlers. Hassan Ali, Wahab Riaz, Samin, and then Dawson will come in handy as a spin option. Kieron Pollard to bowl the second last over of the innings. That's how is done so far.
It is the third day we're using this pitch, so it will be interesting to see if there is a little bit of spin, in particular as the day goes on, a little bit of grip in the surface. But right now, it's looking like a good batting surface. You can hit through the line, play your strokes.
Just 3 men, I think. Yeah, just 3 on the leg side. Mid-on is up in the circle. There's mid-wicket and fine leg. And it's a strange spread on the offside. Fielders clinging together in that point area. Fine from fine to point. 4 men next to each other. Ball's a slow ball. And it's 1 down for 24. .24 for the loss of 1. Umaid Asif is hit for a 6. It's a rude awakening, a rude welcome.
Yeah, it's worth smiling. HBL Tournament 6 is now at 129. Get the selfies out. We'll put them away because it's a catch-a-crawl moment whenever it sails into the stands. Pepsi catch-a-crawl. Did it reach the crowd?
Such a good shot. Picked up the length early and bang over mid-wicket for 6. Direct hit. Johnson Charles with a full-mighty, full-blown dive.
Like there's a shield around the stumps at the moment. No one can hit them. It would have been out as well. The epidemic continues. Someone needs to change it. We need a run out.
So this is how it's going to be for the right-hander. Charles just clear the front leg and look for that 6 over mid-wicket or square leg.
Yeah, he's just looking one way, and the Zalmis are onto it. They've changed their pace nicely to him. They've protected that leg side boundary. Not looking offside at all is Johnson Charles. Nice young Zalmi supporter. Start them young.
Yeah, they do start them young here. Yunus Khan is Zalmi's mentor. Very studious looking, Yunus. Oh, there's an opportunity really to put one away once again over mid-wicket. I think probably tried to hit it a bit too hard this time. Trying to arrange or rearrange the field on the leg side. Sami is happy, Umaid Asif is happy. Here we go. No is the call, and after 5, 1 down for 32.
Jio Super, PTV Sports, Willow TV, Hum Masala, ARY Digital, cricketgateway.pkae and com. Live streaming.
Oh, that has been absolutely crunch. Call the police to find that one. 129, 130 HBL tournament sixes.
Certainly got power, and certainly mid-wicket is his area. Left leg out of the way and the ball out of the park.
Yes, the middle of that big bat from Johnson Charles. Well, at least Kieron Pollard keeps the cricket ball inside the stadium. He just smashes it into the fascias up on the stands and they stay there. You were saying?
Mobile application platform, www.tapmat.com, goonj.pk, Jazz TV, Crickwick, radio partner 106.2 FM. So you'll find them everywhere. If you want to see the PSL, hear it, can't get away from Alan Wilkins.
Well, there we are. There's one ball. Oh dear, there's an invoice going to Kieron Pollard. Yeah, this was it. Samit Patel was the bowler, and then bang. That's brilliant, isn't it?
Thought Danny was going to go up there and recover it. He promised us that. Don't know where he is.
Pity he didn't hit the letter before the U. He would have called it an eyeball. Right, here we go. We got another ball. Now, no fine leg or third man. Everyone's in the circle or they're on the fence. 2 on the fence, mid wicket. And there's no one there. Only the spectators to watch it coming towards them. A Pepsi catch-a-craw moment, perhaps.
And just for you, it hasn't gone out of the park, out of the stadium. He's just cleared the boundary. Again, clearing that front leg. Maximum power, flatter, but same result. 6 more.
Well, he's some player, Johnson Charles, at the cricket ground, which is named after this man, the Darren Sammy Stadium. There is a stand named after Johnson Charles. Here, he's just clearing the stands. Right, 3 men. No, can only have 2. Can only have 2. We're in the power play, so only 2 men out. Ring of steel on the offside. And he goes offside this time. 4.
Missed out on the hat-trick. Boring, just a boundary through the offside. But the power coming to the fore again, a slow one, and he smashes it over. Didn't get the middle of the bat, but it was enough.
Well, he started the over with the dialing code for Bangkok. 66. Yes, and yeah. Well, he could have started it with the UK dialing tone, 4.
Or the US, +1.
The great man in the middle there, Zahir Abbas, Mudassar Nazar, and oh, there's Rambo, Ramiz. Wonder how Zed would have played T20 cricket. He would have got a stack of runs. Yes, a stack of runs. Oh, Siddique's in the party now as well. 6 more. Oh, Samin Gul. He's got a long migraine in this over. 50 up.
Well, third time is gone to that deep mid-wicket. This time the left-hander gets all of that. Ball coming onto the bat, but it's disappearing. Another one out of the park. Third home run of the over.
23 off this over. So we're going to have another 6. Oh, not sure if it carried, not sure. 6 gone, power play done, 55 for 1. Well, there's one great big building there in the middle of Sharjah, and it was bowled by Samin Gul. He went for 23. Partnership 54 off 36. It's 55 for 1. James Vince, the unfortunate man to miss out today. Here's Kieron Pollard. Well, knowing the way that Kieron Pollard bowls, I mean, he's a huge man, but he just takes the pace all off the ball.
Yeah, just bowl those cutters and try and take all the pace out of the game and make the batsman do all the work. Don't let the run-up fool you. Don't let the power of the man fool you, because it's not going to arrive.
Two is the call. Don't think it's going to happen.
Men out on the leg side. 3 men deep. power region is mid-wicket.
Well, that 23 off Samim Gul is the second most expensive over in the Zalmi history. Sean Tate went for 26 against Karachi in the first edition of the HBL PSL.
Initially he did struggle, couldn't locate the bowling, couldn't locate the pace of the pitch, but once he got going, that club on the onside really started him, and he's not stopped since.
Well hit, really well struck, and fielded by Hassan Ali.
Johnson Charles, Alan, you were describing him off cams as very elegant.
Well, there's a brutal elegance to his game, isn't it? I mean, if he was a boxer, he'd be absolutely dynamic. I think he'd knock everyone out. But there is a brutal elegance to him. He's not Mark Waugh. He's not a Mark Waugh. He's not a Zahir Abbas, and he's not a Majid Khan. But he's going to get 4 more here.
Cannot bowl leg side. He's a strong man, strong bottom hand, powers the ball. And once you go towards that leg stump, you're asking for trouble. Down the leg side, helped along. Another boundary.
No pace. See Pollard slow and wide. 7 gone, 64 for 1. James Vince, who scored an 80 in the previous game for Multan, has missed out here, bowled by Hassan Ali with a beauty. Since then, it's been Umar Sadiq and Johnson Charles.
There's not a lot of feet movement from Johnson Charles. He just clears that front leg and makes sure that he's leg side off the ball so that the hands can flow through.
Round the wicket now. It's a no ball from Wahab Riaz. It's a very different approach that he was coming in from a real angle from behind the umpire. Normally he bowls, he's got a straighter run up, but I think he's changed this to go round the wicket. Oh my goodness, that's a stretch.
Here we go. Johnson Charles swinging to leg.
He doesn't look so good coming around the wicket here. Wahab Riaz is stretching everything. His arm is low. And it's still a free hit, yeah.
Aerial gun, shirt launcher.
It's gone aerial, and it's gone big enough for a maximum.
Yeah, he's launched that over long off. First time they've really gone to that offside. Normally he drags it to the leg side, but he made sure that he stayed with the shot, and he's got a maximum.
3 sixes now to Johnson Charles, and that was right in the slot for the West Indian. I think Wahab bowls good Yorkers from over the wicket more than round the wicket.
He wants a single. Well, Johnson Charles played 48 one-dayers for the West Indies and 34 T20Is. He's also got a century in T20 cricket. 105 not out for the Rangpur Riders against Kurmila in the 2017 Bangladesh Premier League. Strike rate 125, there's that century. Well, one thing he is doing here, he's making it very difficult for Multan to drop him for the next match, because he's been in and out of the side. Multan are changing their formation. You know, he'll keep wicket. Dare say he might keep wicket today. Baz, your thoughts on JC?
Well, if he keeps hitting like this, he's a mainstay, and even if the players on the boundary, it doesn't matter, because he strikes it so powerfully through that onside that it's always going to clear them.
That's the Yorker. Wahab Riaz is going to get tonsillitis in a minute. That's a wonderful appeal, and the umpire reckons he must have hit it. It's a review.
Yeah, the issue is it pad first? Because if it's pad first, it's going straight onto the stumps, and that's what Wahab Riaz thinks.
But he's behind the line, so that's okay. It's a legal delivery. Now then. I think that's pad first, but I think
Alan.
that might well be slipping down the leg side.
Out.
Might just be missing leg stump, this.
I reckon it's hitting leg stump. Umpire's call? No, out.
Very close. But I think it's a good to review it, because it's definitely hit the pad first. Right, okay. It's touch and go whether it's hit the stumps or umpire's call. It's umpire's call, so it stays with the umpire.
The umpire, so Alan Wilkins gets it wrong. It's umpire's call. You said it was missing.
Yeah, but you know they don't draw pictures on the scorecard, Baz. What it says is it's not out. So my 100% record stays. Well, thank you very much anyway for trying. Well done, Baz.
He's gone over the wicket. Listen to you, Alan. Wasn't working from round the wicket. Now he just needs to angle the ball away from Johnson Charles.
He's trying very hard here, almost too hard, Wahab. That's a couple of wides in this over. It's a long over this. How many balls is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And he's still got to complete it. The review is retained. He's waited for this, stayed on the back foot, and it's 4 more.
50 for Charles, and it's been a brutal innings. Waited on this one, short of a length. Waited on that back foot. And we know he's got power. And he's still got more to offer right now. Slow one, he's waited for it and thrashed it. And it's raced away. Impressive 50.
Yeah, 38 in boundaries for Charles. That's the length that Wahab was looking for all over. 80 for 1 from 8. Quetta Gladiators. They've won 4 out of 4. They're sitting very handsomely on top of the HBL PSL points table. Islamabad with 2 consecutive wins in second. Zalmi with 4 points. Lahore Qalandars have had a couple of close ones. Multan Sultans won 1 out of 4. Karachi Kings looked way off the pace last night against Islamabad. Right, Liam Dawson, slow left arm spin. Well, he's got to be brave here, hasn't he, Liam Dawson? He knows that Johnson Charles will go after him. Brighto fans, Brighto paints, colourful fans, plenty of them today. Chance to be a fan of the match. Brighto paints. Meanwhile, Sadiq is at the best seat in the house, isn't he? He's had 19 deliveries, 2 sixes, and he's got 19.
It's just that Johnson Charles has been sublime.
He's gone after him and he hasn't gone anywhere. Pollard is underneath it and he takes those in his sleep.
Spinner on and he delivers straight up. Just held that up slightly to Dawson, and Omar Sadiq trying to clear it off. Didn't get any timing on it and just hit it right straight up in the air. Just a little tad slower, and he was early on the shot and he knew that he hit it right down Pollard's throat.
That happens to be his 255th catch, highest number of catches by anyone in the game. Sadiq's gone for 19, 81 for 2. Liam Dawson now to Johnson Charles. Oh, this is close. He's gone back dangerously. Oh, I think by an inch. That's missed leg stump.
Skidded on with the arm, this one. Dawson just firing that arm ball in.
Well ball, Dodgy.
Yeah, just the ball skidding on off the surface, just going down leg.
The new batsman is the Multan Sultan's captain, Shoaib Malik. He's been in form in this PSL 2019.
Come on, Dossi boy, come on,
Top score of 65. Strike rate is 124. And he's been in good form this year.
Come on, Dossi.
It's a good foil for Johnson Charles because Charles will be bludgeoning as much as he can, and Shoaib Malik will just look to nurdle it around. Pollard, I don't think I've ever seen him drop a catch.
Well done, Sammy.
End of the over. Darren Sammy, well done. 9 gone, 83 for 2. Johnson Charles, the West Indian, with 53 from 33. James Vince went for a first ball duck, bowled by beauty Hassan Ali. Siddiq 19, and Shoaib Malik has just come in. Dan Christian, Shahid Afridi, Chris Green still to come. Darren Sammy is the skipper, of course, but here's Umaid Asif. All right, let's go downstairs to Erin Holland. Erin, all yours.
Thanks, Wilco. Now I have to grab this man before he disappears on international duties. Chris Jordan, we are about to lose you over to the West Indies for those T20s. How's your time been at this brief stint in the HBL PSL this season?
Yeah, thanks a lot, first and foremost. No, it's been an excellent time so far. It's my third year with Peshawar now, so I know everyone here well, and it's a great tournament every year. Obviously, we start in Dubai and then finish off in Pakistan, but you can see by the standard of cricket, it's no different this year, and hopefully that may continue.
Yes, the HBL PSL is certainly growing in stature and attracting players of your calibre, which is absolutely fantastic. Another boundary. Back to you guys. There's too much action going on.
What a catch by Imam Ul Haq. The umpires want to check this, but it's a very good catch, and that ball was travelling from the bat of Johnson Charles.
It's a big wicket. The short delivery, deep mid-wicket in place. Johnson Charles obviously is going to take it on always. That's his strength. But terrific catch. John D. Rhodes has just stood up. He's seen a catch after all. Has seen a good catch after all. Short, and he's gonna hammer it, and it was traveling. Nicely done. Full length drive, and kept it under control.
It's a really fine catch from Imam Ul Haq. Charles has gone for a very well played 53, 84 for 3. Dan Christian. New batsman, he's off the mark straight away. So the problem now for Multan Sultan is they got 2 new batsmen in, Shoaib Malik, the skipper, and Dan Christian.
The short ball, he's always going to take that on, but it was a fantastic aerial dive moment as Imam Ul Haq takes it with both hands and keeps it under control, knows where the fence is. Everything's good.
Nicely played. Should be 2 here. Well, the momentum, yeah, really was a fine catch by Imam Ul Haq.
Yeah, it was struck really hard, and he knew that he was very close to the fence.
Yeah, very quickly, Dan Christian and Shoaib Malik have got to go through the gears because the momentum was all with Multan Sultans, with Johnson Charles there. Now they've lost that momentum.
Yeah, strike rate of 138. They'll need that because this is a good batting surface. Small ground, boundary hitting ground, so they'll need a huge score.
Single off the last ball. 10 overs gone. It's 89 for 3.
Yeah, the match is very interestingly poised right now. Malik and Christian. And at this stage of the game, we're going to head down to Aaron Holland, side of the field.
Yes, so we're going to give this another go. It's a very, very exciting game. As we were saying, you play a lot of T20 tournaments all throughout the world. What is it about HBL PSL that draws you back every year, being your third year?
Yeah, it's my third year, but obviously for the last couple of years, the second half of the tournament is in Pakistan, and when we go to Pakistan, the crowds are so amazing. You know, the fans are amazing. They support every team. From first ball to the last ball, and I think that's something special, you know, especially playing in Pakistan after so much time. But yeah, it's a great tournament. As you said, I played quite a few, but this is right up there.
Now, can we hope to see you in Pakistan after your international duties are over then?
Yeah, definitely. As long as I finish up my series in the West Indies, I'll come and rejoin the team, provided we make the playoffs. So hopefully I'll leave the team in good shape and we can make a good run to the playoffs.
And speaking of good shape, how are you feeling the boys are going in this current state of play? For 89 for 3, motored along pretty nicely.
Yeah, obviously we started well in the power play the last over. Obviously went for a few runs than we wanted, but I think the game's in the balance now. If we can put 2 wickets on this total, then we can restrict them. Sharjah's normally a good chasing ground, so I back our boys to chase it down.
Well, thanks for your time. Best of luck over in the West Indies.
Cheers, thank you.
Back to you boys in the comm box.
Thank you very much. 90 for the loss of 3. Shoaib Malik, we know, is a star act in the late part or the later part of the innings with the bat. Very good against spin. Quite amazing. At 38, his game hasn't dropped. Still very, very good athlete in the field. Very competitive in limited overs cricket. He plays 50 overs cricket, T20 cricket. Skillful and fit. Excellent over comes to an end. Just 2 from it. 91 for 3. Jonty Rhodes here with me. Jonty, 165 is the current or the score. They'll give them 165 if they carry on at the current rate. Let me get that right. But 12 and over, maybe 199.
Well, Shahid Afridi still to come, so it's important to keep building this innings with regards to the 2 batsmen currently in. I think they've got to lay another platform, build a partnership. Very important.
Kieron Pollard can deceive you with lack of pace. Here he is. Mid-off up in the circle, so that inside-out drive is definitely on through the offside. Good strategy not to give any pace to the batsman. It's a slow pitch, so you further slow down the process.
I think you've also got to try and find a way to prevent them scoring easy singles, because if they go at 6, 7 and over, I think they'd be quite happy having lost 2 wickets back to back. Dan Christian and Shoaib Malik as well would be quite happy to, you know, tick it over at 6 or 7 and over. So Pollard find a way to dry up the runs totally, take the pace off, but also bowl some dots.
Running back for the second. Well, the intention was for that. Only a single. The throw was in. Got to be aware of Hassan Ali's arm. He's a very good athlete, very quick across the surface.
Yeah, what's good here, he gets to his feet very quickly because you still need a strong base to throw from. Throwing from the ground up, very important.
Polite, friendly warning, I think.
I just think Karen Pollard in 451 T20 matches has lots of advice to give people, his own team and the opposition as well. So always a great character in world cricket. Never short of a word to say.
Yeah, there is a lot of experience. That is a lot of matches as well. Just taking the pace of the ball and adjusting his line in length. He'll bowl a Yorker length, the good length, the off cutters, the leg cutters. Next in line, Shahid Afridi is fighting fit. Chris Green is the off spinner. Hamad Azam is kind of a batting all-rounder. He's still got a bit of strength with the bat. Multan Sultans, but this partnership needs to kick on. Yeah, nothing on the ball.
Yeah, I think this partnership also needs a bit more urgency. Shoaib Malik is very quick between the wickets, so push hard with the running.
Slowing down the process further. Karan Pollard adjusting his feel on the leg side. Here he comes. It's a slow Yorker. That's well bowled. Just 5 runs from the over, and it's 3 down for 96. Yeah, a lot of broadcasters are carrying this telecast. Geo Super, PTV, Willow TV, Hum Masala, ARY Digital, then the live streaming partners. Plenty of them going all over the world. cricketgateway.pk/YouTube in Pakistan, and then mobile application platform busy as well. Radio partner is FM 106.2. Commentary going to Pakistan exclusive.
Thank you.
Shoaib Malik will do this. Just keep on rotating the strike, getting his eye in, and then he'll absolutely tee off. Yeah, Hassan Ali got them off to a bright start, getting rid of Vince with a Jaffa. Umar Sadiq played well. Charles got a 50, 3 down for 97. Good catching.
You've watched a great deal of Shahid Afridi. 13th over coming up. Is he kind of guy who wants to only come in the last 5, or does he want to give himself a bit of time to get set before he goes hard?
Yeah, I mean, it's a good question. It like a bit of time out at the crease. Reflexes are slowing, definitely, but you wouldn't want to leave the reconstruction bit with him. I think he's got to be in there with a platform set so they can absolutely dazzle. You'd want Shoaib Malik to partner Afridi in the last bit of this innings. Then we'll surely have some fireworks.
Because this partnership now has really built and done the stabilization, one of them almost needs to go. You kind of get the feeling that maybe Dan Christian's the one who needs to start muscling the ball around the ground a bit. Because you're right, you do want Shoaib Malik to stay there to the end. Bat with boom boom.
Nowhere fell out through the offside, jamming him. So a big chunk of the inside edge of the bat got him a single. Best balls to 6 ratio. Oh, no surprises, no brainer. Shahid Afridi at the top of the list. He hits a 6 after every 7 balls. That's quite boring. Down the leg side, it's a wide. But that is pretty neat. I mean, if you want to have or define an entertainer, I think you look at those figures and say, wow, I like to watch Shahid Afridi, Asif Ali, Sunil Narayan, Chris Gale also featuring in that list. Darren Sammy, Shane Watson. Impressive. Luke Ronchi, 340 balls and hits a 6 almost every 9th ball.
It was quite interesting seeing a few of the opening batsmen in that list. Not something you often see. Luke Ronchi up there every 9 deliveries. Shane Watson up as well. So as an opening batsman, interesting to see that.
Just got a little tired explaining that graphic, so why not have a cup of tea?
Yes.
Sure.
It was interesting how we were talking about the 6s and the per ball ratio, and we had that beautiful drone shot. I think a boom boom comes in and he starts exercising that. We're going to be needing the drone to find a few of those balls that fly out of the stadium, because certainly when he hits it, they do stay well struck.
It's just a little bit stuck when the ball is pitched on that middle and leg stump line. D. Christian, 103 for 3. Hassan Ali has been outstanding for Peshawar Zalmi. Gets them off to a flyer by picking up wickets and maintaining pressure. Wahab still express, but wicketless so far. That's partly stopped. Yeah, John T just talked about the entertainment value of all those players who hit 6s. But what about the fielding effort? I think that is also got to earn you points as being an entertainer.
Yeah, Karen Pollard also on that list of 6s per ball ratio, but as a fielder he certainly does entertain on the boundary, takes some incredible catches. Talking of catches, Darren Sammy, that's straight in the sun. The ball almost hit him on the right ear as it clocked past him. No power on the ball, but the Zalmi captain did not see that at all. You look at the shadows are streaming directly behind him, straight into the sun.
Yeah, you provide entertainment by times doing this, not catching the ball, but leaving it well alone. He had no idea where it had gone.
I must confess that West Indian players are pretty entertaining in the field. I thought he was going to leave it really late and do something spectacular. It's part of the show, but he just really did not see it at all.
And maybe a somersault. I'm very big on the fact that when you're assessing a T20 player, for example, or rating him, I think it's got to be the fielding effort as well. So you look at all the, and for a batsman, you're looking at the strike rates and the sixes and that kind of stuff. So straight away, Chris Gayle comes in your mind as being an entertainer, and you've got to go and watch him. But I think you've got to have special position for good fielding as well in limited overs cricket. There should be a graphic suggesting who are the best fielders in world cricket.
Yeah, I think the only difficult part is knowing, you know, how do you keep it consistent every game, every performance. You'll have different people judging it. So that's
so John, a run out should earn you, say, 2 points. A catch should earn you 1 point. A catch under pressure should earn you 2 points. It's like home and away points that are given to a team or a player for good or bad performances.
Yeah, there's definitely a bit more intensity from the batting.
Yeah, chance for batsmen to win $100 in Zik Motor Oil hit and win contest. You don't have to hit it on the full, so a couple of bounces, still get, and if you hit it, still get 100 US. 3 down for 112. And over will give them 172 total. This is certainly a much better pitch today than yesterday. Ball seems to be coming on to bat quite nicely. Wickets in hand, you need to be targeting at least 10 and over from here till the end. 7 wickets in the tank for Multan Sultans, including that of Shahid Afridi. He'll get some reverse here, Hassan Ali. All 2 overs, 1 for 10. So in this spell, he'll probably bowl 1 and then leave it for probably the second last or the last over of the innings. Head and shoulders, move for the million. Yeah, very good.
Yeah, I think Shahid Afridi, he's starting to move in the dressing room, looking to get towards the crease. He wants his players to up the ante. They certainly stabilised the partnership or stabilised the innings, but they do need to kick on, because at this rate, even 10 and over is not going to give them something they'll be comfortable defending.
That's good bowling. Getting it to jag back and also targeting the stumps, not allowing any width to the right-hander. Shoaib Malik usually wants a little bit of width through the offside to swing his back through the line. 162 is what's been predicted by the HBL Predict Quiz. Oh, very close to the stumps. And this is good bowling, length bowling at good pace.
And we had an early start. Vince straight away. Then a good partnership was broken. Sadiq was caught by Pollard. It's 250-odd catch. And then Johnson Charles has been really entertaining, very one-dimensional, and a good catch on the boundary. And since then, the Zalmis have been on top.
Got to be just a little bit tidy behind the stumps. A rotation of strike means that Shoaib Malik is on strike, which means more danger compared to D. Christian, who struggled a bit. How many has he got? 16 from 19 balls.
Yeah, and his one boundary was toe of the bat that kind of sailed past Darren Sammy through the sun. Other than that, he hasn't really looked to take the bowling on at all. I say it's been a really good over so far. Can he finish it? After the 6th or 7th over, if you told Peshawar Zalmi that they could defend 160, or they'd be quite happy to set that sort of target.
Malik and Christian partnership today, just 1-4 in the partnership. 32-run partnership, mostly singles and these clips off the pads. Ball tailing back into the stumps. Excellent over comes to an end. Impressive stuff from Hassan Ali. 117 for the loss of 3 after 15 overs. And we have a Tapalti strategic timeout as well.
coming to the end of our Tapalti strategic timeout. Just a few minutes for Multan to consider their position, because they're 117 for 3, 5 overs to go. At the current rate, they're going to get towards 156, 162. Yeah, that's not a bad total on this pitch. Danny Morrison, you were out there with the two captains at the toss and you walked along the pitch. What do you reckon?
Yeah, I concur with Graham Smith. Very hard. It's got that sheen about it. It's clearly the better 22 yards to bat on. It's certainly more slick. Hence the scores we've seen in comparison to the other pitch. But I just wonder whether these guys in green and blue just a little bit shy of where they should be after 15.
Oh, that has been chipped for 6. Oh, no, it's not. My goodness. I would have put my house on that being 6.
You'd be living in the street, Alan. You can choke on that, Wilco. What a ripper. David Multan. One-hander. That is why we love this game. What a wonderful piece of athleticism.
Where did that hand come from? David Multan has just pulled off the most spectacular catch. It had 6 written all over it, but Dan Christian is walking off. And that's okay. Samim Gul, who's been expensive in this innings. The timing is impeccable. That is superb.
Look at the balance, the composure to hold the balance and not over keel and go over the rope. That is simply outstanding. I've got to say, that is the best so far here in HBL PSL4. Absolute stunner. And see you later, DC. 17 off 21. It's 117 for 4.
Samim Gul, who's been expensive, takes his first wicket. It was beautifully picked up by Dan Christian. And timing is just spectacular.
It's a 9.8, I reckon.
And the balance not to keel over and go outside those boundary cushions.
Well done with the cameras, gents.
Yeah. Brilliant camera work, it certainly is. Meanwhile, Shahid Afridi has come in to join his skipper. That's what you call a flying Zalmi.
Yeah, spot on, Alan Wilkins. Wow. Yeah, hats off. David Multan. Hashtag love this game.
A wealth of experience out there for Multan right now. 639 games between them. Shoaib Malik and Shahid Afridi. And both of them made their debut back in the 90s, Danny.
Afridi, well, I played against Boom Boom Afridi on this very venue back in 96. Unbelievable. Yeah, so down one. Billboarded a few of us. Stuck us up there near the big screen. But Boom Boom, they said, well, he was 16. Born in 1980? Question marks. But he was young.
Oh, he's going to get runs here. Outside edge. And the bowler is not a happy man.
No, that happens. This form of the game in particular, and on the surface, the one that's got more pace. Got to be said that he was bowling a little bit out there, Samin. And old Shah Afridi had missed out on a couple of occasions, but not this one. They go into the 120s now. Oh, but a ball-by-ball highlights, you better believe it, on crickandjeff.com.
Afridi on strike. Well bowled. Samim Gul gets it right up there. Afridi can't do much with it. Oh, it's going to be a second. Pollard comes in from long on, and they get 2 off the last ball. 124 for 4, 4 overs to go. Peshawar Zalmi have a great reputation in the death overs from 16 to 20 in the closing stretch. Their economy rate is lower than anyone else, 7.68. The Qalandars is good at 8.4. Quetta Gladiators 9.1. Karachi Kings, and the most expensive Islamabad United. I expect Dean Jones has made a few notes in his book about that. Umaid Asif into his last over. He's bowled well, 3 overs, 1 for 23. Shahid Afridi on strike. Shahid Afridi playing against a couple of former teammates here, because he had the first 2 years of his PSL career were for Zalmi.
And that's the beauty of franchise T20, of course. You move around and suddenly you're up against your mates from last season. Such is the nature of this fast and furious format.
Hassan Ali, 3 overs, 1 for 14. He's got 1 left. Afridi. Shoaib Malik's been in for 18 deliveries, hasn't hit a boundary yet. He's stuck around because we had the pyrotechnics of Johnson Charles. Dan Christian was 17 from 21, Malik 17 from 18, and here's another single.
It's sometimes hard to gauge what really is a good score, even though you've had these other big totals on this pitch. And everyone goes on about 200, but look, 170 today could be a real match-winning score. Not that we've played a heck of a lot of cricket on this, but it just means it's just a difference, just a little bit, and you get the runs on the ball.
No third man, no fine leg. And it's a wild swing from Afridi.
A lot of dot balls like this with Afridi. We'll know he's right near the end of his career, and his hand-eye and his reflexes aren't as quick as they once were, but he is one heck of a talent. He only has to hit a couple out of the middle, and all of a sudden Afridi finds that range. And of course he loves this theatre. He has been so good here for 2 decades.
Well, that's fooled everyone. It was a slower ball. It's a good over this from Umaid Asif. It's like you making a point, Danny. Just gets his beak going.
Love a hoo-hoo, Grud. Yeah, it's our mate Woody Woodpecker. He's a bit hungry. Who isn't?
No boundary from Shoaib Malik in 19 deliveries. And you'll look around, there is the third man now, but fine leg is up inside the circle. 5 on the offside. He goes leg side with lots of endeavour, but it's only a single. 129 for 4, 3 overs to go. Well, the 53 from Johnson Charles stands out like a beacon because he hit boundaries, 4s and 6s, 53 from 34. Sadiq gave him good support. James Vince going for Nord, Dan Christian for 17, and Shoaib Malik is finding it quite hard going out there as skipper.
Yeah, you think about Johnson Charles, and he took over with Vince. See, Vince got 80-odd the other game for Multan, but he missed out today. And JC back in the lineup, and he can do this to you.
He reminds me of Dwayne Smith, the way he belts the ball. Dwayne Smith, similar in approach. Right, Wahab Riaz is back. And it's just the one run.
Yeah, I'm with you, Al. They do. They're sort of butchers, aren't they? Belting it. And James, Vince, he got 84 from 41. He hit 6 sixes and 7 4s. That 200 for 6 against the Lahore Qalandars. But of course, Lahore tracked it down. Best score ever in the history of the PSL. 204 for 4. Bang on 20 overs.
Needs some special stuff from Afridi. Well, is that a wide? It is a wide. It certainly is, and Wahab Riaz is not happy with that decision.
No, he's not, but we're straight down the gun barrel here, Alan Wilkins, and I just watched it go over the height of the head, all that sort of thing for a wide, and we'll get confirmation here. Watch this go over the head. Very short. Oh, it's a slow one. That's why Wahab's a bit grumpy. See, we're down the line of the barrel then. I thought it was a bit higher than that. But guess what? It's a game for batters, Wilco.
I think Wahab Riaz can feel a bit hard done by with that call. Hassan Ali, the fielder. Third man up inside the circle. Shahid Afridi was expecting the short one. He was back on his back foot. Wahab coming round the wicket.
Yeah, I'm all for that, but it's about overstretching, and he's looking and searching for pace in the Yorker or his change of pace with a short bouncer. He's so careful with that front foot.
And yet it's another single for Shoaib Malik.
Well, you mentioned it, Wilco. They need to find the overdrive button. Chris Green is waiting in the wings. He hits a long ball, but it was just such a shame there that Dan Christian, who got to 17, and he's just starting to feel good and in a groove. Was about to cut loose, you felt, but he was cut down with that catch from Dawid Malan.
It's Wahab Riaz is changing his field, so he's got his fine leg a bit finer here. This was the catch by Dawid Malan. A brilliant one-handed take, and that's a wide down the leg side. So that's 2 extra balls in this over.
Well, could this be an over? Because there's still half of it to go. That Afridi or Mullet could get hold of Wahab here. He's slightly off maybe with his fuller one. Gets pumped through point or clipped away. Yeah, well, look at the extras. They certainly all add up. There's 16 of them. Thank you, Maz. Wow, 16.
12 volt. It's just another single, though. Looking 7 4s and 5 6s in this innings. Five 4s and 3 6s from the bat of Johnson Charles. .21 from 22. Still looking for his first boundary, Shoaib Malik, the skipper. And this over's taken a long time. 6 deliveries have been bowled. He's bowled 2 wides, and he's got 2 to finish the over.
Look, remember the old days of the 8-ball over?
Never bowled one myself, then.
Oh, you did so.
Big Darren Sammy, no overs from him. Flicked for 1.
Talking about the old days when they changed it, didn't they? The 6-ball over. It used to be 8-ball first-class cricket. And you think if you bowled a couple of no-balls, you're bowling a 10-ball over, just like that. And then they saw the light and common sense and cut it back to 6. What was that, late 70s? Something like that.
Yeah, I think it might well have been. Right, Afridi on strike. Is he going to get a boundary here? Yes, he is now. Umar Amin is the fielder, concedes the boundary. 2 to go, 140 for 4. Hassan Ali, his final over. Is that a glove? Is that a glove? Hassan Ali's making the appeal, and the keeper.
I don't think they do. Are they? Hang on. Well, Ranmore Martinez has come upstairs. Must have got retained. Yes, with the umpire's call earlier. But we're going to come upstairs, and Rashid Riaz is going to have a look at this, because that's all good. Ranmore Martinez is the standing umpire. He said, look, well, let's go and check this. Have a look at... Oh, yeah, a bit of glove. Afraid so. I reckon there's a little bit of glove, and he knows it too. I think he was hoping he was going to get away with this, Malik. Yeah, naughty, but nice. So let the umps make the decision.
Kamran Akmal had a good view of that, and he's just gloved it. I think you'll see the spike here on ultra edge with the glove, and Shoaib Malik has actually walked all the way off, so he knows he's gloved that, and the third umpire can press the out button here, and the Multan Sultan skipper has gone. Malik gone for 22. It's 140 for 5. Ahmad Azam is the new bat. Oh, is that a shade too high? Leg buys.
Gets wickets, doesn't he? Hassan Ali. He's got 2 now, and he's got the all-important wicket of the skipper. It's just enough. Kaman Akmal definitely knew, and the bowler, he thought so too. The little sound there. Now, you can understand the umpire because he's only down the line, gets one quick look at it, and it's all just the batsman just catching up with the ball enough, and it caresses the glove.
Afridi's gone big, but not big enough. Kieron Pollard is underneath it. It's catching practice for Pollard.
Oh, what a shame for Multan fans. Boom Boom Afridi trying to reel in the years. And days gone by, that would have gone out of the stadium. Just swiveled in the hand slightly the blade of Shahid Afridi, and those big buckets of Kieron Pollard ain't going to miss that. Yeah, salute to the higher powers. Hassan Ali, he gets his 3rd wicket. Out for 14, Afridi. It's 141 for 6.
Hassan Ali to Ahmad Azam. Oh, this must be dead. Must be dead. He's got his man, and he's got his 4th.
Wonderful bowler. Hassan Ali's now on a hat-trick. He reviewed it, so I just got to wait and see. But he's done this recently as well, getting 3 wickets in an over. Wasn't a hat-trick the other night, but he got 3 in an over. That's all good. Now we just want to see if there's anything batting involved. Seam up. Slides on back. Oh, I don't think so. Has he clipped it? No, I don't think he has. Let's have a look. A few reviews at this. No, I think there's clearly daylight there. And that is going to be out of here. Hamad, get back and have a shower, buddy. You're out of here.
Hit him flush on the back pad, and he's bang in front. I don't think any bat is involved there. And he's walking off. This is a fantastic over, and it's a great spell from Hassan Ali. He's bowled 11 dot balls, but he's now taken 4 for 14.
Great thing about him is that he bowls straight. He looks to do this. That's what he wants to do. He wants to bowl you, or he wants to get you LBW. And if you don't, you get a little nick, or he bowls those off-cutters that hit the stumps. He's looking to do that, so much like a certain Waqar Yunus in years gone by. It's a beauty, absolutely. Umpires call, you better believe it. We all could see that, unless there was a little bit of bat. There wasn't. Confirmation from Ramel Martinez. And Ahmed has gone for a duck. It's 141 for 7.
It's a hat-trick ball. Mohammad Ilyas is facing it. Hassan Ali. And he's played it well.
Isn't he just, Wilco? Nicely over the top of it. He knew that Hassanali more likely was going to be full. Here's the first one, a boom boom. Couldn't get it out of the middle and make it disappear. Pollard in the way, comfortable. Yeah, LBW, beautiful. Ball straight, he's at you. And that was reviewed. But he is so lethal at getting it to skid in. Tail in enough, a la Waqar Younis.
Chris Green, meanwhile, has slipped out to the middle. Is he going to get two? They're going back for the second, and they'll get it. What a spell from Hassanali. 4 for 17. 1 over to go, 144 for 7. For 17 for Hassanali. He's got 15 wickets in this HBL PSL. Last year, Fahim Ashraf and Wahab Riaz were the joint wicket takers all season with 18. And this now from Hassanali, he's already got 15. And that's why he's wearing the purple cap.
Well spotted, Al. Good stuff. For me, he's the player of the tournament so far. I know there's a long way to go, but a bowler dominating like he is has to be.
Wahab Riaz. That's well bowled, isn't it? The snake Yorker.
Talk about slippery with the curve on. Oh, look at that beautiful seam. In fact, it's just done too much. It's gone just enough in the air to beat the off stump. And Muhammad Ilyas, you are a lucky, lucky boy.
Well, it was the old sneaky Yorker, wasn't it? Right, has he got another couple of these in his armoury? Oh, he certainly has. This guy is a demon at the death.
As Ramiz Raja was saying just the other night, can't believe that Wahab Riaz is not in the Pakistan colours for at least T20 international cricket. Because he is so good at this. He's still got enough, I reckon, to be worthy of international T20 for Pakistan. She reckons so. And he's knocked over Muhammad Ilyas for just a single. They are now 144 for 8 here.
Junaid Khan is the last batsman. Beg your pardon, he's the number 10 batsman, Junaid Khan. He comes in here with Wahab Riaz with his tail up, and he's bowling quick and he's bowling Yorkers. Junaid, is he going to go first ball? I sense it, I sense it. It could be run out. He is run out, and he is out first ball. And that's a brilliant piece of cricket.
Brilliant.
Liam Dawson with a golden arm.
Ah, brilliant, Wilco. I was just going to say, yeah, he's coming to number 10 because there's a certain 7-footer waiting to come in, and he's going to get a turn. Don't worry about that, because I don't know if they've, yeah, just crossed, so he may not have to face the ball, Mohammed Afar, but wonderful stuff. Stump and a half to aim at, Liam Dawson, and it's high fives with the skipper Darren Sammy, and a big egg. Golden duck for Junaid Khan, 144 for 9 here.
Chris Green on strike. Oh, Wahab's bowled a... Well, he's bowled a full bunger.
That's what that was. He's looking for that snaky Yorker again, Wilco. Wonderful stuff from Spider Can. Look at that. Oh, brilliant. Wilkins picked it. He said he'd be out. The Oracle Alan Wilkins said he'd be out first ball. And bingo. Direct hit.
That's where he's so good. Now then, I'm looking forward to this last delivery. It's Mohammad Irfan against Wahab Riaz. How do you bring a skyscraper down?
Now listen, listen. Here's a little bit. We're hitching it.
You chip in at the foundations.
Yeah, let's hit. It's got to be a Yorker. You can put your life on a Yorker.
Well, this could be calamitous. If Wahab Riaz gets his Exocet stinging snaky Yorker in, and he gets him into those huge feet of the human Burj Khalifa, we could see this could be a sight to behold. Right, watching Wahab to Mohammad Irfan. Well, the ball was good. His stumps are hit. Are they run out? Is there a run out here?
Sure is. I reckon it is out. Good stuff from Kaman Akmal, using his bowling alley skills. Little underarm. They're going to be all out here. Oh yeah. Confirmation. All out on exactly 20 overs. And I think they're a good 20 to 35 short here, Multan. Yeah. I know it's a big call, but they've not batted very well at all.
80 for 1 off the first 8 overs, 65 for 9 in the next 12, 145 all out, Multan.
And that's the end of the Multan Sultan's innings. Not exactly how they would have liked for it to go on this pitch, but that's how it was. Great bowling by the Yellow Storm. Zalmi looking really, really great. And there's the man right there in your screen right now, Hassan Ali, who bowled just brilliantly. Fantastic effort there by the Yellow Storm. Sammy must be really pleased with his troops. And there he is, the champion. He's getting better and more ferocious with every game. And let's take a look at the scorecards here. First up, here we have it. The batting of Multan Sultans. Again, there you go. A lot of question marks there, and we will discuss them briefly. And let's take a look at 145 all out Multan Sultans at the bowling now. And the bowling card very healthy for Peshawar Zalmi there. And that's it. Well done. You can see, of course, Hassan Ali right there with 4 wickets. That's another time he's gotten 4 wickets. He's just making a habit of it. And then Dawson there also bowling 2 overs for just 5 runs. So great economy rate there. So with that, this is the situation in Sharjah right now, that Peshawar Zalmi have to chase 145. And we will come back from the break and have a discussion with our experts just a moment away. Welcome back from the break. HPL PSL 2019 Season 4. The news out of Sharjah is that Peshawar Zalmi need 146 runs to win this one. Multan Sultans, well. Lots of question marks there. Let's talk about it. But before that, let's talk about Hassan Ali. What a great performance there by the man himself, Hassan Ali, looking absolutely formidable.
See, you know, when you talk about his accuracy, with that, he's so dangerous, it's unbelievable. Because when you talk about accuracy, you know, you have to cut down your pace, sacrifice a bit of pace to be accurate. But he's been bowling quick and right on the money. That's incredible. And, you know, it's great to watch as well.
Absolutely. Hoggy, this is the third time in this PSL that he's taken a wicket in the very first over he's bowled.
Yeah, well, he's just quick. He's out the stumps, and he's getting full rewards for it on these type of wickets. So it'll be very interesting to see how he goes on bouncier wickets, bowling out that length. Will he have to go a little fuller? Does he have that variation to get the ball to move away in the air? And we talked about that earlier on in the tournament. For him to be a more prominent international bowler, just to get one to move away, and he will have all the armoury.
He would. And Johnson Charles here, the only saving grace for Multan Sultan's batting today, looked really good.
He did. He really put pedal to the metal, and he took on Peshawar Zalmi's bowler. You know, the reason why he did that, he was dropped by Kamran Akmal. It was a dolly, and he must have told himself, it's my lucky day, go after the bowlers. And he did. And he did it effectively. And it's so disheartening to see Multan Sultan, you know, spoiling the hard work put by their top order batsmen. This is not the first time it has happened.
They're playing true to their statistics, you know. But he batted really well, Hoggy, and we'll just show you a pitch map as well right now, the Hawkeye right there.
Well, I've got to say that Peshawar didn't really bowl well to him. They didn't adjust. They continued with what has been working with them for the whole tournament, bowling that situation quickly. They didn't go for the wide Yorkers. They didn't go for the bounces out the head. He's standing there. He's waiting to deliver when the ball's on a good length. So they weren't adaptable. That was the only thing with the Peshawar bowlers.
Absolutely. And some great catches there. Imam took a great catch, but Multan took an unbelievable catch. An absolute stunner that he took.
I think it is definitely one of the best catches of HPL, IPL, PSL. And, you know, he timed his jump and then retained that balance to be able to stay on the playing field was incredible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Looking at that catch there too, he's still in the England setup. You train for those catches. So any youngsters out there, if you're wanting to be one of the best fielders, you just don't go and do the easy catches. You make sure you spend 10 minutes on hard, difficult catches, just like Milan did there.
Yeah, well, Multan Sultan's only 27 runs for 7 wickets apparently in the last 5 overs. Really terrible performance. What's the game plan ahead for Multan now to defend this total?
Well, they have to pick up early wickets. That's the name of the game. Otherwise, it'll be too easy for Peshawar Zalmi.
Yeah, it would be very easy for Peshawar Zalmi if Multan Sultans won't step up. We're going to go into a break, but on the other side, it's action time as Zalmi start their chase.
Hello and welcome to Sharjah Cricket Stadium, where Multan is done with a batting effort, 145 all out in 20 overs. Charles batted well for 53. Malik contributed with a 22. Afridi lasted for just 11 balls for his 14 and not enough firepower with the bat. Zalmi once again led brilliantly by Hassan Ali. What a season he's having. 4 for 17, 11 dots, 4 overs. Samin has helped him with a wicket here and there. A wicket for Wahab, Umaid and Dawson. 2 overs, 1 for 5. The left armour bowled superbly as well. 146 from 120 balls. Required weight is 7.30. Hassan Ali has been outstanding. He's got the ball to swing, seam and reverse. Ball with pace, at times clocking over 143 and then backing it up with slow balls on song. Looks to be in great rhythm on a placid track, really, to make the ball swing like that is just incredible from him. They'll have to bowl extremely well. Multan Sultans pick wickets, set a different kind of feel, because if they allow easy singles and a couple of partnerships, it could be all over for them. 146 is what they need from 120 balls. Peshawar Zalmi, he could be the catalyst with the ball. Shahid Afridi, we know that he can be miserly, can be effective, he can pick wickets as well. They need to have an attacking mindset as they approach the contest. Akmal, Imamul Haq, Umar Amin, Malan, Pollard, plenty of firepower, plenty of talent. Zalmi looking good in this contest so far.
It's just been the bowling that Peshawar have had, the fast bowling led by Hassan Ali, which have made them so potent. And now you look at them needing to chase 146 only on a pitch which is supposed to be really good for batting, and you would think that it will be the new ball which will decide this game. For Multan to be competitive, to get back into the game, they need wickets up front. They've got a decent bowling attack. They've got Mohammad Irfan, they've got Junaid Khan as well, but Kamran Akmal, who was inspirational in that previous PSL, but he's not got a great start to this one. But we know that once he gets in, he can get even 100 in the T20 format.
Imamul Haq, from a 50 overs player to a test player to a T20 player. Mohammad Irfan, it'll be interesting how they use him. Ask him to go flat out, not for 1 over, not for 2, but maybe for 3, because they need wickets up front with the new ball. Slip's been positioned. This could be an interesting little battle here between bat and ball. Irfan versus Imam. Starts with a wide down the leg side. You must not overstretch, overdo it. At times, in a hurl, you get the message, you get pumped up, you feel that the onus is on you to create situations and opportunities for your side, and so you can easily lose it also. Keep it nice and simple initially, get the rhythm going, look to attack the stumps.
And wickets up front will be the key. Wickets in the power play. The new ball has to talk. Simple.
Bit of self-massage. Nice. Don't go to sleep, Skip.
And you've got to wonder, that last game against Lahore Qalandars where they lost off the last ball, has that just knocked Multan Sultans back, because they haven't started well in this tournament, and that game probably they would have thought this is done and dusted, and that slipped out of their hands. How much of that dent are they carrying forward?
Half stopped at point. That's the other part that they've got to do well. Field aggressively, not allow easy singles. Yeah, this is how it ended. Memorable picks, emotions running high. It was a real good contest. What a partnership. 70-run effort in the last 5 overs. One bounce over the road. And just the kind of start that Kamran Akmal would have been hoping for, because it's either been a blob or a colourful shot like this.
Very dangerous player. We've seen that time and time again in PSL. Like Luke Ronchi, if he gets a start, if he gets moving, he'll eat into the total very quickly.
Irfan needs to just shorten his length a bit. He's at his best when he's bowling at the back of the length, the hard length. Seems to dilute the effort when he pitches the ball up, doesn't get the same kind of response, especially of a Sharjah pitch. That square leg boundary has been protected, so he can hit that hard length now. If Kamran Akmal goes for a pull shot, there is protection. That's gone up in the air. This should be taken. Is it going to be taken? Good catch. Very good catch. Kamran Akmal once again looking to put one away through square leg. Irfan bowling that shorter length. It wasn't that full a ball, so a wicket has yielded.
The pull shot is very difficult against Irfan. Mohammad Ilyas, the emerging player, ran across and did it well. Big wicket. Great start for Multan Sultans. Kamran Akmal departs for 4, 6 for 1.
Six for the loss of 1. Peshawar need 140 from 114 balls. David Malan, 16 matches for his side in HBL PSL. Best score of 60. It's a It's a huddle. It's a mini huddle of seniors. What are they talking about? Probably the angle from which he should be bowling. It's the off spinner that's been given the ball. Afridi setting the field for him. I think they got to get on with it. It's bowled well. Green is tall, keeps it nice and simple, and bowls those tight lines. I think that debate was regarding the couple of fielders on the fence, so they've strengthened the leg side field. There's a long on in position and a straightish mid-wicket. You tend to have that kind of field on the leg side if the batsman is bottom-handed, or if you're not a big spinner of the ball. Yeah, that one angle back into the stumps.
Yeah, the short ball. Spider picks it up, and so does Elias.
Getting ready, and they surely are the brighter, colourful fans. It's pretty tall, so gets the ball to hit the hard length. That's a half shot, really. Didn't go full-blooded with that pull shot. Elias was the fielder, emerging player. Took a very good catch. Mulling over what could have been. Yeah, Green has got a natural loop. He's pretty tall. Doesn't have to flight the ball a lot. And he uses the field well as well.
And with the new ball, he just angle it back into the left-hander, cramp them 4 room, almost like an Imad Wasim, ball swinging back in.
Irfan picks up the ball, bends. Good fielding. Where are you, Danny Morrison?
He's the only man in the crowd who wants that, only man in Sharjah who wants a selfie with Danny Morrison.
Top quality bowling, just 2 runs in the second over. 8 for 1. Broadcasters list, starting from Jio Super, PTV, Willow TV, Hum Masala, AIY Digital, and then the live streaming partners, cricketgateway.pk/YouTube, cricketgateway.ae, and many more. Oh, that's such a good shot that is. Now, This is quality from Imam. Irfan is not easy really to be hit like that over point. He made room and slashed it. Lovely piece of batting.
Imam's go-to shot just gets leg side of the ball to hit it over the offside. It's short enough to actually smash it over point. Use the height, use the pace, and got a boundary.
Taking the attack to Irfan. So slip's been removed, put at mid-wicket. That probably will allow him to bowl more wicket to wicket. Yeah, I think that's the line to bowl now that extra man has been fielded for him at mid-wicket range. Don't be shy. Go for it. Head and shoulders move. Right, the second page of the broadcasters list, mobile application platform, tapmat.com, goonj.pk, Jazz TV, Crickwick, and FM 106.2 radio partner. Gets it to bounce, cramping the batsman every now and then, creates great angles. Even on a Sharjah pitch, he can make you hurry. That was Kamran Akmal's exit shot.
And now this should be an interesting battle. Malan likes to take on the short pitch stuff, and Irfan will provide him with exactly that.
Into the gap for 4. Fuller in length, looking for a Yorker. And all it needed was a slice and a placement.
Just got a mid-wicket in place, and he's gone Fuller. He's gone for that Yorker, but missed it. And enough pace on that to just roll away to the fence.
Picasso. After 3 overs, it's 1 down for 17. .129 from 102 balls. All it needs is half a decent partnership and they'll be over the line. Peshawar Zalmi. That's a good shot. He's become a good player. I think that South African tour has done him a world of good because there were difficult conditions for an opening batsman. showed guts and good technique, and now a very improved batsman, technically improved, good against pace, good against spin. Slower in pace and spin from Green. Adjusted beautifully, didn't fire it in like he usually does.
Got the pace right. We've seen Fawad Ahmed bowl really well on this pitch with the slowness that he bowls with.
Yourself.
And once you slow it up, you do get the ball to spin. And they're waiting for one in the crowd. Pepsi, catch a crore. Everybody's ready.
Should have been defended. They're in. That's beautifully picked single. Yeah, absolutely. Spider-Man. Two of them. Fantastic. My youngest son, when he was same age, couldn't get his Spider-Man kit off. We had to take pictures after every 5 minutes to show him how cool he looked. Brought back old memories. Big shot down the ground. That'll do very nicely for the left-hander. Just letting him know who is in charge of this run chase. Multan with a big hit down the pitch.
Charge is on. A little bit of flight, but very quickly to the pitch. David Multan. One bounce and gets the boundary. So the run chase is on, and it's now looking comfortable because both Multan and Imam ul Haq have sussed out that there's nothing in the pitch.
Not a great delivery. Undone by that previous shot where Multan used his feet beautifully. He went flatter and shorter and wider and 30 for 1. Good time to have a look at the points table. Quetta Gladiators, 4 played, 4-1. Excellent result for them. Islamabad United, Peshawar Zalmi, Lahore Qalandars still got an outside chance of making it in the top 4. Sultans need a win. Karachi Kings as well. Junaid Khan, talented, skillful left armour. Oh, chance, direct hit, but to initiate a direct hit, he needed to pick up the ball as well. I thought he was in a very good position to get a run out.
Since yesterday, we've seen this opportunity to run out, stumps being missed, but this time the ball being missed, not picked up the ball, and Imam was gone for all money. Yeah, shorter delivery, flatter from Green and cut through the offside. That shot made because of the previous boundary that was Milan charging down the wicket, hit him over the top.
Yeah, a little uppish, well timed by the left-hander. Looks a very good batting surfaces. All right, that's the Gillette Khiladi catch contest. Offering him laddus. Yeah, that's barfi, that's Karachi halwa. In the end, a signed ball by Ibtisam, the leg spinner.
That's all really they need to do. Just build that partnership. And if they don't lose wickets, the pressure will be right on Multan Sultans. They haven't batted well. He's probably supporting Multan because he's not very happy.
Now she is. I thought she was a bit sleepy early on, but now she's awake and fully active.
So a gully in place now, just for that little dab towards third man to stop that. Shahid Afridi's moved into a fourth slip or a gully.
Oh, beautiful shot that is. Really is well placed and extremely well executed. He is looking so confident.
That is his go-to shot. Come down the wicket, just gives himself a little bit of room and stay leg side of the ball to hit it through the offside and snap that post.
That's good running. That really is well run. Second run is managed well by Imam ul Haq. So after 5 overs, it's 1 down for 38.
Some stunning sunsets in this part of the world this time of the year. Here's Green again. It's up against Dawud Malan. The required rate's not too outrageous, and those boys are into that Tabal tea. Go, lads. Get it down your neck. Yeah, good stuff. Throat gets a little dry, throw the honey in it. So 2 left-handers out there and 2 right-handers up here. Jonty Rhodes. Good afternoon.
Right arm fast or right arm bat? Right hand batting, Danny? What is that?
I didn't spend much time batting, as you know. I was into hunting other things. Lovely bit of flight. When he gets that right, Chris Green, that is. It's a lovely little bit of flight and float.
He's nice and tall, so it's more about the pace that the ball leaves the hand. Doesn't have to get it up and over. Just take a bit of pace off the ball. It's been a good partnership, these two left-handers, because the odd ball has turned past the bat, and you'd think the off-spinner would enjoy bowling to two left-handers. David Multan, the last over, came down the wicket. He's prepared to take him on. Green overcompensated, dropped it too short, suffered 2 boundaries.
Power play is fast running out. Thought about 2, it's not there. Yeah, good hustle in the field. Yeah, only 1 to go, and then 6 overs are all done. 40 for 1. Did say at the end of Multan's innings, thought they had been 25, 30 short. Just depends, of course, how the spinners go here in this innings with the chase. So, power play has finished. It is 41 for 1. Great scenes here in Sharjah, the HBL drone cam. Well, 55 for 1. That's what they got. They got off to a great start, did Multan, and started. Anyway, just around the corner, match 15. Quetta Gladiators up against the Karachi Kings. It's 9 p.m. in standard Pakistan time, but of course 8 p.m. here in the UAE. And it's all about the spinners, and that's where I just feel that Multan could have a bit more of a say here. Pace off the ball. Can they get it to just grip enough and get some spin out of the pitch? They've got the skipper on. First time this innings, Shoaib Malik. And there was a fine catch taken a little earlier. Joe Rhodes, how did you rate it? What was the score you gave this one?
This is probably 9 out of 10. I mean, he's done everything correct. Good awareness where the boundary is, good control, and just the one hand. But there you really need awareness of where you are with regards to the rope. You can't afford to take your eye off the ball. It was him, David Multan, and good awareness all the way. Good partnership going on here. These guys are quite happy to take not only the singles but also score boundaries, and I think that's the key. T20 cricket, you can't just, we saw Johnson Charles earlier, watch it. What I like, Danny, is the back foot. He's given himself a strong base to work from. You got to get up. Karan Pollard is tall, he does the same, but he gets up even higher. So the key there, I've spoken about it before, sure, you got to catch the ball with your hands, but you need a strong base to work from. And there he was perfect. He was steady on the boundary, able to get high and bring the ball back in.
Yeah, going about feet a lot. Here's some good footwork. Fleet of for 2. Yeah, I'm hearing you, Joe. So it's fielding, balance, movement. And then you think about batting, need your feet. Here you need your hands, though, because it's the move for a million with the head and shoulders. No footwork there, just plenty of handwork. And then, of course, you think about bowling. Your feet, so important. How you get your feet into good positions, whether it's spin or pace. Dancing shoes, very important in all facets of the game of cricket. But it was tremendous catch. I was being a bit cheeky too with Wilkins on air. It's like the old Olympic diving was going. I'd say a 9.8 for me. And skipper, in terms of PSL career, pretty good. He used to bowl a bit at the death too at times. Pace off the ball.
I understand now with the two left-handers batting that off-spinners operating. But the Multan Sultans, they need a wicket. And Shahid Afridi, he certainly is one of those kind of bowlers. He can get you a breakthrough. This partnership has looked really steady. They've rotated the strike. They've picked up the twos on the occasional boundary. I think it's really troubled them. Afridi is somebody who can break partnerships.
He's going to keep the strike here is Dawid Malan. 7 done, 48 for 1. Well, the original asking rate was 7.3. It's gone up to 7.5 now. But, no stress with it because they're only 1 down, Zalmi, in pursuit of Multan's 145. So all comfortable at the moment. Oh, look out, the aerial shirt launcher. Go, lads. Oh, get multiple of those shirt launchers out there and fire them off. Boys all happy. Anyway, Milan, 21 from 21. He's got 3 boundaries. So's Imam al-Haq. He's 22 from 18, though. Better strike rate. More of Green. Well, he beat him there in the flight, but well played in the end, Milan. He didn't lose his shape. We're just trying to knock it down the ground for 1. But now, Imam al-Haq, there's a different challenge here for Chris Green.
Yeah, Black, really enjoyed watching Imam al-Haq. The way he's been aggressive and attacking, but still keeps his shape. He's prepared to take on the bowlers. He comes down the wicket. But as a top order player, good technique, maintains his shape and his balance.
Yeah, those bees, you've got to look after them. Us humans, we need them. Need the honey, but we need the bees. Yeah, pollination of flowers. You said it, Joe. Keeps the planet ticking. Rightio, 50 up here for Peshawar. High fives all round. The crowd getting into it. Oh, look out. Don't get him a space. Oh, I'm a Pathan. The passion of fans alike. Of course, Peshawar Zalmi, a lot of Pathan in this part of the world. And you've got Boom Boom Afridi, of course, played for Peshawar, but now he's with Multan. And everyone loves Boom Boom Afridi. Here in Sharjah. Wabal again, good flight, good brave stuff this from Green.
It'll be interesting to see if these two decide to up the ante. They've built it really well. They have a solid partnership, and from here, a good base to launch from.
Oh, Boom Boom, I've just pumped you up. Afridi. No.
Yeah, we saw him getting some treatment on his back between overs. Gets here in a position, feet are still moving. Back's not moving, feet are moving, but just not the back, I think.
Put on notice by one J. Rhodes. Yes, indeed. It's not as young as you, Mr. Green, anymore. 1 to go in the 8th, and Milan, he's just had a little survey on that leg side. Is he going to wire it up? Is he going to back himself? No, he's happy to... Oh, and another misfield. Is this Johnson Charles? Geez, the big old international stars here blowing it. 8 bowled, 53 for 1. Well, it's just cruising at the moment. It's not quite up where Multan were, because that was when Johnson Charles was in, and he was cracking it around the stadium. Got a wonderful half century to Johnson Charles. 53 from 34 with 3 sixes and 4 fours. So he was giving real impetus to the Multan Sultans. But then they lost a clutter of wickets in the second half of their innings. So more of Milan. Another single, that's all. Now, these gentlemen are on fire. They got some pace. Look at that. That's a bit of pace. Oof. The speed of sound. Always broken in one of those. Now the Zik Motor Oil Challenge. Win $100. Get it between the signs there for the batters. Just knock that thing over. Smash it into there, gents. Left hand would be slightly behind point and cut it to pieces. At the moment, Joe, happy to noodle it around with ones.
I think the only danger is you kind of think you've got Pollards and dash. Zik Motor. There is one winner only today.
Yeah, the Zik Motor Oil Challenger. Quickest to the Zik Motor Oil, takes it home. Very generous with it though, Joe, in this part of the world, obviously.
Just kind of get the feeling Milan is a little bit agitated at the crease. He wants to get on with it. He's Joy's pace, clean striker of the ball. Kind of feel he wants to get on with it, up the ante.
Oh, well done, Skip. Yeah, he's pumped. And suddenly that asking rate has gone to 8. Originally 7.3 at the asking get-go. And now it's gone from 7.5 and quickly crept up to 8. 91 from 68.
Yeah, often the danger with those big hitters behind you, the Pollards and the Sammies, you think, well, it's fine. There's no real urgency to get a hurry on, because we've got guys who can clear the boundary, but put a lot of pressure on them down the order.
And it's a pressure reliever, but Johnson Charles, rolling back the clock. The big guy, who often wears the pads because he's a keeper. Well done, Chief.
Yep, the 50 partnership. The aerial diving moment. Johnson Charles had a rather clumsy fielding effort at the end of the last over. Here he's superb, full stretch. Good hand on the ball. Saved his team 3 extra runs there. That was headed for the boundary. Appreciation from the captain.
Now Lamam is going to take the strike. His turn to get a single off the last. 9 bowled, 57 for 1. Wickets in the tank. So see Multan at this stage were 83 for 2, so quite a contrast in terms of runs. But there is that extra wicket, but you're saying, Jonty Rose, don't leave it too late, even with those big hitters on the bench. Daniel Christian, 35 years young these days, got a bit of the old salt and pepper happening. Oh, Rambo and Inzi. Talk about the 1992 World Cup. broke a few of our hearts at Eden Park. Still, I think when you look at it, there was higher things in store for Pakistan winning it. One being wonderful big cancer hospital that Imran Khan was solidly in behind. So some other good achievements come out of sporting things. Oh, hit the spot with a J-dot or a cup of tea, you better believe it. Keep calm and toast it on. Here is the J-dot. Hey, listen. Oh, no, that's one of our drivers. You can't do that. You've got to bowl it. Oh, no. Oh, Nasir, because we care. Oh, good old bottom edge for 4. Hey, take him any old way you can.
Yeah, you get the feeling that David Malan wants to increase that up the ante. A little bit frustrated. He advances down the wicket towards Dan Christian, who does nothing wrong, tucks him up. But that cultural bottom edge, nothing the keeper can do.
Umar Sadiq, he couldn't get a glove on it, unfortunately for him and Multan. Where does he go now? Oh, he's happy just to noodle it after a boundary. So the asking rate, well, it's steady Eddie near 8s. 83 from 63.
I do love watching him give himself space, just because he keeps his head nice. Even though he's moving his feet, he keeps that shape really well. Can't emphasize that enough. We saw Kamran Akmal get out, trying to play across the line to the high tower. So you can still utilize his pace and bounce if you're playing on the offside.
Yeah, well, got the boundary in the over early, second ball, and they're happy to just keep working it around. 2 left-handers out there. Just wait and see what they want to do. Does Pollard get elevated? Does he come in and try and up the ante? Well, only a single. Christian's last in the 10. Big tennis ball off cutter. So 9 off the 10th. It's 66 for 1 now.
Ten overs gone, 66 for 1. Peshawar are behind the rate, but they've got wickets in hand. Multan at the same stage were 89 for 3. This partnership worth 60. Wickets in hand. Crucial in a chase. Graham Smith, how do you see it? How do you see that Peshawar, have they got to step up now? They've really got to start thinking of a quicker run rate?
Yeah, absolutely. Just watching, I think these two have just allowed the game to meander a bit. They're both in on 30 and 32. I feel that one of them in particular should have taken a little bit the game by the scruff of the neck. And you lose a wicket now, and another batter's got to come in and start. It's not going to be easy. They do have power players. I understand that, but they're only one down. The rate shouldn't be going up. Pollard, Sammy, power players, but it's not always easy to walk in from ball one and pound it everywhere. These two, I think, being in partnership already in the 60s, could have done a little bit more.
79 required from 59.
Bowling se bhai. Adha meri taraf hi aada.
Now there's another contestant in our Osaka power run. Great chance for you to run and win a cool hamper. Has he done it? It looks like he's got that easily. Give him the hamper. Well done. Oh, well bowled. He's deceived him completely with the flight then.
Yeah, it's also sometimes about intent. Both batters still looking just to knock the ball around, rotate the strike. Almost like the middle period of a one-day game, 50-over game. That's been the viewing of late. That's a nice little bit of bite. There was maybe height a factor. Malik's captaincy now going to be key. Who does he bowl in key moments of the game? I think he got it wrong against the Qalandars the other night. Went to Andre Russell and he travelled.
What a difference between two balls. The previous delivery where he just gave the ball a little bit of flight, deceived Imam ul Haq, and the next ball was flatter trajectory and a little bit shorter. No problems with that one. David Malan, who will be leaving to join England for the T20s against the Windies, the West Indies, after the one-day series, which is currently going on, and a good series that is as well. Oh, he hasn't connected with this, but he's three men behind square on that offside, and he clears all three of them.
Yeah, enough bat, but it's the intent from David Malan. That's what we've been talking about. It's been lacking for the last couple of overs. And there he squeezes one over backward point. Frustration for Malik, but much needed boundary for the Zalmis.
Well, the tallest of the three is the finest, and perhaps if they'd had him at backward point, Mohammad Irfan, it might well have been a chance. Well, this was the LBW shout by the skipper on his own bowling. Ooh, they say that's pitched outside. Ooh. Okay, so it doesn't count. Can't pitch outside. Oh, somebody needs a new bat. David Malan needs a new bat. So a new bat for Malan. He's got 37 from 33. Both these batsmen are well set. The partnership is 67. One down, plenty of wickets left in the shed. There he is, our Tapalti Rocket Man. I'm not sure why he's called a Rocket Man. I suppose because it's supposed to look like a, I don't know, like an astronaut's pack on his back, but it's certainly full of Tapalti.
.74 for one.
Well, there's some big power hitting to come. Darren Sammy, Kieran Pollard, Wahab Riaz can bat, and so too can Hassan Ali, Umar Amin, and Liam Dawson. Played a couple of decent knocks as well this year. Just taking a bit of time in the last couple of minutes. Just seems to be a bit of a dawdle at the moment. .72 needed, and there are 9 overs remaining. Imam ul Haq, who made a 56 in the last match for Zalmi, and David Milan is on 34. Right, let's go downstairs to Erin.
Thanks, Wilco. I managed to grab Laurie Aris for a quick little chat. How are you feeling about the state of play at the moment? Did you get enough runs on the board?
Yeah, look, we had a great total.
Going back to you guys. It's happened again.
Dan Christian has found the edge here. It was a double take by the keeper, and the umpires are conferring.
Soft signal is out. It looked like a great catch to the left. That's fine. Front foot perfect. In the webbing. That's out. That'll be the end of David Milan. Perfect timing for a wicket for Multan. Controlled the rate to now get the reward. There we go. Just confirmation. Milan is gone for 38, 74 for 2.
And after 11.1 overs, it is a Tapalti strategic timeout. Tapalti strategic timeout. And time for Multan. They needed that wicket because it was gaining more momentum. The target is 72 from 53. And Liam Dawson is the new man. Imam ul Haq is still there, 31 from 29. Well, when Multan batted, they got off to an amazing start. They were 80 for 1 after 8 overs. Johnson Charles was going berserk. And when he got out, it all changed complexion. In the next 12 overs, they were 65 for 9. Here's Dawson.
Good line, good length. Just trying to run it down was David Malan. Good low catch to the left because he's standing up nice and close. So there's not a lot of reaction time. He's done well to scoop the hand underneath it. And the old webbing does the job. Hands just meandered the last little period.
Oh, that's a single down there. Right, Erin, have another go. Back to you.
Thank you, Wilco. Look, I think I'm going to be the leading wicket taker in the HBL PSL at this rate. But Laurie, thanks for sticking with me. As I was saying, do you think you've got enough runs on the board, considering where we're at the moment?
Oh, look, it's obviously touch and go. Look, a couple more wickets. Hopefully, that run rate goes up, and you never know. If we bowl well at the death, then hopefully.
So the Sultans have played around with their lineup a little bit. You don't find yourself in the team today, but you're coming off some fantastic T20 form. Leading run scorer in that English T20 blast. Had a ton just recently in the BPL. How are you feeling about your game at the moment?
Yeah, I'm loving it. Obviously, everyone said that the PSL was a step up, and it has been. I certainly feel that. I mean, it was good to get some runs in the first game, but this franchise cricket, sometimes you have to change the team, and we've lost a couple of games and find myself out of it today, but there's still a lot of games to go, so hopefully I'll be back in.
It certainly is a tumultuous game, that T20 cricket. Now, on a personal note, congratulations, you did just recently get married. I believe your wife is here enjoying a honeymoon while you're playing.
Yeah, she's enjoying the honeymoon, but she's not with me. She's in Dubai, probably with some friends, I guess. But yes, we got married in December, and then I disappeared to Bangladesh for a month, so we didn't see each other. So I suppose some marriages go like that.
It's certainly working well for your work life as well as your personal life. So congratulations, thanks for your time, and best of luck for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.
Thanks, boys. Back to you.
The wedding planner. Right, 76 for 2. 70 required from 49. The rate is just creeping up. Original rate was 7.3. It's now heading towards 9. It's 8.5. Dan Christian. A little bit of heat, a little bit of pace, and they're going to go back for 2. End of the over, 12 gone, 78 for 2. Plenty of batting to come. Umar Amin and Kieron Pollard. Pollard was in great form the other night, peppering the stadium and the roads outside it with sixes.
Yeah, well, Carl, I wonder if it was a decision that Sammy needed to make, whether he sent Pollard in now at the fall of Milan's wicket. I think they found themselves being caught with similar style batsmen for a lengthy period of time. And Dawson's played 1 or 2 small cameos. Maybe as a foil to like a Imam ul Haq, they needed the Pollard-Sammy combination, power with the touch, just to make sure, because we've been in here for 2 overs and that rate's nearing 9 already.
Oh, Shahid Afridi is appealing. They're appealing for the LBW. Imam's come charging down the pitch. I think from where he would, if the ball hit him on the foot, I think that might well have pitched outside, leg stump. There's no review anyway, there's no appeal.
It looked like the off spinner actually. It's definitely pitching outside leg. Using his variations of Freedy. Keep batsmen on their toes. Chance. No, he doesn't throw it. Captain choosing to hold on to it. Maybe thought no one was backing up. Maybe he thought, I don't want the wicket. Let's keep Pollard and Sammy in the change room.
Well, there must be that kind of element. I'm sure you, in your past as a captain, have probably thought along those lines. Listen, there's an absolute bomber. Up and over. Up and over. And how good is that for a shot? 6 of the best from Imam ul-Haq.
Well, that's his shot of the tournament for me. I think it was another off spinner from Afridi, but the length was the key. It allowed ul-Haq to give himself the room. Googly, sorry, bang. Beautiful. They needed that boundary, did the Zalmis.
Great timing here. He's got his rocked back and it's just pinged off the middle of that bat.
Excellent. They needed that boundary, didn't they? Enzi would have loved that. Uncle Enzi. Chance again. This time he throws, but ul-Haq was home. Oh, Dawson was home. Apologies. End of the over, 88 for 2.
For 2, 13 overs bowled, and the equation is 58 from 7 overs. 58 from 7 overs, 8 wickets remaining, and Shoaib Malik really has got to try and prize out another wicket. But as Graham Smith has been saying, you get another wicket, and that brings in probably Kieron Pollard. I don't think he's coming in. Could be a banana skin here, though, for Multan.
Well, go. Oh, dear.
It's a shocker, wasn't it?
I expect that from Danny, not from you, Wilco.
All right, Junaid Khan, first over, cost him just 8 runs. And he's going to start round the wicket. He runs in dead straight. Oh, that is a big hit. A big hit for 6.
Just the injection that the Zalmis needed. That rate was creeping towards the 9 mark, and we saw a terrific shot from ul-Haq last over, and now Dawson not wasting any time. The old drive over long on, and it had enough, 80 metres, more than enough. The old Philly Bowdens.
Puts pressure immediately now on Junaid Khan, because his first ball of his second over has been belted for 6, as he now knows he's got 5 balls to follow up with here. And he's come back over the wicket. Dawson's having a good time with the bat, with Zalmi.
He's been a good contributor. Not a player that gets spoken about a lot because he's not a match winner, of dynamic match winner, let me say, but he's a good contributor, good team man, does his job with the ball, and has batted really well in this competition. Let's have a look at this. Way outside leg. Probably missing leg as well. Otherwise, it had a lot going for it. Leg side. Will they come back for two? They do. Excellent running. Just been an intensity lift in the last little period.
.96 for two, same stage. Multan were 110 for three. This is a good double here. Both batsmen in the understanding that they're going to go back for the second. .48, or rather 49 from 38. Should be child's play. 97 for two. And this man, young Imam ul Haq, is playing such a good role here for Zalmi. 56 not out the other night. And here again, he's the anchor man for the Peshawar Zalmi. And Imam is in the house as well. Got a bit of a glove on this. He's got something on it anyway. It's enough for four. Brings up the 100.
Just hurried in. It was good. Directed short ball, nice and straight. Just jams. He doesn't allow you to free your arms. But the top edge is all he needed. Gets him the four. It's turning into a good over for the Zalmis. Right now, manageable, 45 of 37.
Yeah, 13 from the over, and the pressure was on from that first ball that was hit for six. And a single to finish. 14 from the over, 14 gone, 102 for two. Quetta Gladiators at the top of the HBL PSL. They've won 4 out of 4. Dramatic win here yesterday when Safraz hit the last ball for 6 against the Qalandars. Islamabad have picked up. They had a bit of a dip. They've now won the last 2, so they're second on 6 points. Zalmi on 4. Zalmi can possibly go above Islamabad. Depends on that net run rate. And the big man is back. Mohammad Irfan, 2 overs, 7 dot balls, 1 for 15. He's played that well, hasn't he? Well, he was miles out of his ground, but see that extra bounce from Mohammad Irfan, so tough to contend with.
Yeah, as a batter, you know, though, he's big and tall, and he's going to get that extra stand. So, you know, technically, how do you shape up to that? It does take a little bit of time to get used to. Another missed opportunity for Multan.
Imam ul Haq every now and again does something that's slightly out of the orthodox book of batting. Here's one of them. Here's another example.
Now, whenever he's looking to attack, he does this. He comes inside the line and uses the feet. I'd like to see him just change it up, maybe walk leg side and try and use the pace. Go deep in his crease and look to hit mid-wicket occasionally, just to keep the bowler guessing as well.
The little nudge down to third man. 43 from 33. Well within the capabilities here of the Zalmi. Now Liam Dawson, he has looked very capable as a batsman and certainly as a bowler in this Peshawar Zalmi team. There is a third man and there is a fine leg for Mohammad Irfan. They're going to go for the single. That's good running from Imam Ul-Haqi, called for the single.
Well, there's the difference. Mohammad Irfan, the extra bounce. Very difficult for him to hit the stumps of the man at 7 foot. When you're facing him, you do expect a lot of balls to hit the splice. I think he's bowling at his best when he hits that deck so nice and hard. We've seen some great carry of him. It's beautiful to watch, the big man. I always used to, when I played against him, look at the size of his feet. Always fascinated by those big clogs coming in.
Well, the thing is, you've got a lot to look at.